long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed. Out to Connell. Deep three. Wow. Hit it. That's a three for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A 3, got it. His 3rd from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the 3. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed. Out to Connell. Deep 3. Wow. Hit it. That's a 3 for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A 3, got it. His 3rd from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it,
and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry, handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Welcome to another broadcast of high school sports here on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. We want to say thanks to all the community-spirited businesses who bring you our coverage. We hope that you'll join us thanking those sponsors by giving them your patronage.
Thank you to these businesses that bring you every high school and Husker broadcast.
Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Arrow Seed, Team Physical Therapy, Meade Lumber, Custer Federal State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Trotter Service, Shelter Insurance, Agland ATV, Duda Plumbing, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, Geared for Sports, Broken Bow Dental, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Gateway Motors, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Justin Thompson Agency, Palmer Monument, Central Nebraska Diesel. Now, let's go live for our coverage of exciting sports action on Central Nebraska Sports Source.
And good evening, everybody. We welcome you live to Arcadia High School, the site of our girls and boys basketball doubleheader, as the Arcadia Loup City Rebels entertain the South Loup Bobcats. Again, hi, everybody. I'm Brent Apperson. Be joined later by Jeremy Scheib. Great to have you along as we're live with area high school basketball on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. We're live on radio and video tonight. We'll tell you about the video stream here a little bit later. Right now, we want to say thanks to all of the sponsors who are bringing you our radio broadcast of Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Along with the sponsors you just heard in the intro, we want to say thanks to Arnold Insurance Agency, Loup Agency, an Insight partner. Also, South Loup Community Pharmacy, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, AgriBest Feeds in Callaway, Rocks Underground, Johnson Hunt and Fish, Kushock Lumber, Loup City Auto Parts, Colony Inn and Restaurant in Loup City, Citizens Bank and Trust, Tumbleweed Cafe, A1 Auto Repair, Trotter Fertilizer, and Woe & Go of Loup City. Also, our radio broadcast tonight being brought to you by Rain Dance Repair, Custer County Feeders, Grease Automotive, Hamilton, Boston Livestock, and Mills Hardware and Feed. It's South Loup against Arcadia Loup City coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected. With locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte, go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is the place to call for all of your insurance needs, offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, Loup City, Nebraska. Give them a call at 745-1097 or visit myInspartners.com.
The staff at South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loup Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, are proud of the South Loup Bobcats. New patients are always welcome. They understand that healthcare is evolving and are committed to providing local access to high-quality care by continuing to invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology. Their specialty is primary care. Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics cheering on the South Loup Bobcats.
AgriBest Feeds of Callaway is your source for all things ranching. They have what you need as calving comes around, including ear tags, vet supplies, windscreens, go lights, milk replacer, Royal Heat calf warmers, and more. They also carry Powder River and Tartar livestock equipment, and their Sweet Pro Lick Tubs, Fresh Start, and Redmond Salt provide your animals with the outstanding nutrition they need. Check out their new Room and Edge livestock tubs behind the Community Center in Callaway or at 836-2298. Agribest Feeds of Callaway.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Johnson Hunt and Fish is a proud supporter of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels, located on South Highway 58 in Loup City. Stop by and talk to them about what they can offer you for your outdoor hunting and fishing adventures. Whether it be bait for finding the big catch, new fishing equipment, or buy-sell trade of guns, they look forward to serving you Monday through Sunday, 8 to 5. Johnson Hunt and Fish, sponsors of this broadcast, wishing the Arcadia Loup City Rebels good luck.
Cusack Lumber and Supply is your hometown source for quality materials and friendly service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, they're ready to help with any project, from materials and additions to brand new builds. Check out their post frame and complete building packages if you're starting from the ground up. And for farmers and ranchers, they stock everything from tanks to fencing supplies. Cusack Lumber and Supply is proud to bring you this sports broadcast.
Now we come back to Arcadia High School as the two teams for game one of our doubleheader girls game, South Loop and Arcadia Loup City, are on the court now taking their pregame warm-ups. Well, as we mentioned, not only are we live on the radio tonight, we're live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by the radio call through our Sandhills Express Facebook page or Sandhills Express YouTube channel. And as you watch our broadcast tonight, we hope you pay attention to the logos that are flashing across your screen representing the sponsors of our video stream tonight. We say thanks to BD, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, Agland ATV, Palmer Monument, Insurance of the Heartland, H&R Block, Culligan, Mead Lumber of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, the Garden Center, Downey Drilling, 450 Ag, Agribest Feeds, Ag Curate Technologies. Our live video stream tonight also being brought to you by Callaway Market, First State Insurance, and Norder Supply. Game one of our doubleheader is the girls' game. South Loop and Arcadia Loup City coming up soon on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Need auto parts? Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loup City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loup City. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loup City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel in Loup City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. You will find the restaurant at Colony Inn open for winter from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, just closed Tuesdays, and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you're on the go, call for takeout. Their fried chicken is a must-try. The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loup City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company, your community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow offers delicious food in a family-friendly atmosphere. Don't miss daily lunch specials and the Sunday buffet. Open 6 until 4. Need a quick bite? Express breakfast is 6 to 11 Monday to Friday, and express lunch is 11 to 2. On the go, pick up a ready-to-go casserole for busy nights. For evening cravings, visit Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Open Monday through Saturday from 5 to 10 with specials, appetizers, and snacks. It's all waiting for you on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is proud to support our local student athletes and help bring you the action when you can't be there in person. When it comes to fixing cars, the bearded guys at A1 are kind of like mechanical wizards, just with wrenches instead of magic wands. Trust them. You'd much rather they have a wrench than a magic wand. They'll have your car running smoothly and get you back on the road in no time. Stop by 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold. Call 308-848-2542 or click A1AutoRepairInc.com.
Trotter Fertilizer is happy to help bring you this broadcast of high school sports. They are proud to support the Arcadia Loup City Rebels in all that they do. Trotter Fertilizer provides fertilizer, chemicals, custom application, grain storage, propane, and more to central Nebraska. Contact them today and they'll start helping you with your operation. Trotter Fertilizer in Arcadia and Loup City, helping bring you this sports broadcast.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Sioux Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loop Bobcats.
And again, we welcome you back to Arcadia High School, getting closer to the tip now of Game 1 of our doubleheader. Girls game will be up first as Arcadia Loup City hosts South Loop. Boys game will follow. And helping us call the action here tonight is Jeremy Shipe as we welcome him to the broadcast area. Man, coming to the latter part of January. Next week, South Loop and members of the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference will play in their conference tournament beginning next week. Arcadia Loup City plays in the Loup Platte Conference. Their conference tournament starts in the first full week of February. Hard to believe we're already at that time of the year.
Yeah, it felt like it wasn't that long ago we were having the conversation about getting off on the right foot to start the second half of the season after the holiday break, and now all of a sudden we're talking about February being right around the corner. So now's that time of year where coaches are wanting to see things shored up, and those things that maybe weren't that big under the magnifying glass at the start of the season are the little things that they're trying to tune up ahead of conference tournament time.
Girls matchup ain't going to be a good matchup here tonight. Both teams have kind of struggled from a win-loss standpoint. Arcadia Loup City comes in at 3-10. South Loop still looking for their first win of the season. Arcadia Loup City's wins have come against Chambers, Wheeler Central, St. Paul, and Bertrand, but they almost picked up number 4 last time out, falling 30-28 against Riverside on the road a few nights ago. For South Loop, still looking for their first win of the season, but man, they lost by just 2 to Twin Loop in their opener, lost to Med Valley by 3. So Jeremy, they have been right on the doorstep through the course of the season. On paper, I think this is going to be a good matchup for both of these teams tonight.
Yeah, and a good opportunity for each of them to tally a win. You look at the games that they've got coming up, maybe not as good of opportunities to get a win. So this is one that you kind of have maybe had your eye on for a couple of weeks if you're these two teams. Coming out and notching a win, whether it's your fourth if you're Arcadia Loup City or certainly your first for South Loop, this can be something big that any of these girls look back on as something that they remember as a part of their basketball career.
Key will be scoring the ball in this game. Arcadia Loup City averaging 27 points per game, South Loop averaging 23. So we'll see which team can maybe get into their offense in the half-court set. And listen, this game of basketball, you can X and O it to death, but sometimes it's just about making shots, and that's what both of these teams are hoping will happen for them tonight.
You feel like all the time in college basketball and the NBA, you hear people talking about it's a shot-making league. I think that's so cliche because every level of basketball is a shot-making game. You got to make shots in order to win. And I agree with you. Both of these teams scoring in the mid to upper 20s on average this season. It really is the race to 30. And I think whichever of these two teams can get closest to that 30-point mark or over it is likely going to win this basketball game.
And when you look at games like that, turnovers, rebounding always come into play. So watch for those two things as we go through the course of the game tonight as well. We'll step away for a moment. When we come back, we'll kind of talk a little bit about the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference Basketball Tournament, which begins next week. South Loup will be participating in that. We'll come back and talk about that and some other things as we continue in the pregame show right after this.
From tune-ups and oil changes all the way to the more serious problems, Grease Automotive in Arcadia can get your vehicle running right. To tame your grass, also see them for grasshopper mowers. In the market for a mower, call Doug at 402-984-4804. Proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Go see Grease Automotive in Arcadia about maintaining or repairing your vehicle or about purchasing your next mower.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season from all of us at Hamilton.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
Mead Lumber of Broken Bow is your trusted partner for all your building and home improvement needs. Just like a championship team needs a strong foundation, your home and projects need quality materials and expert advice. From repairs to renovations, Mead Lumber is proud to support our local athletes and community. Whether you're building a new project or fixing your home, Mead Lumber helps keep Custer County strong. Happy to support this broadcast, Mead Lumber in Broken Bow.
Life's better when you're under our roof because we can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Justin at the Justin Thompson Agency at 872-5252 today.
American Family Insurance.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Team Physical Therapy, they know staying in the game is your top priority. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, and Gothenburg, they're proud to support local athletes with expert care and personalized rehab. Reach them at 872-5111. Whether you're recovering from an injury or working to improve your performance, their team is dedicated to helping you get back stronger and faster. Reach out to Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or visit myteampt.com. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you by Team Physical Therapy.
Winter sports apparel and a clearance going on right now at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. Save 40% off winter apparel items. There are hoodies, sweatpants, stocking hats, gloves, and more. If it's winter apparel, it's simple. It's on sale. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. The savings in the clothing will make you feel warm inside. At Geared for Sports during the winter clearance on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
And we come back to Arcadia High School. Love this gym. It's one of those intimate settings. The bleachers are just on one side of the gymnasium. Going to be fun here tonight as we get ready for Arcadia, Loup City, and South Loup. Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference Basketball Tournament starts next week. It'll be the boys that'll be playing first. Their opening round games will take place on Monday, January 26th. And as we take a look at the bracket quickly, Twin Loup is the top seed. They'll play Sand Hills Valley in the opening round. And Selma Myrna will play Arthur County on that side of the bracket. Those games will be in Sargent on Monday. And then on the other side, you've got the number 2 seed Sand Hills Setford taking on Brady. And the number 3 seed Mullen will play South Loup on the boys' side. Those games will be Monday in Dunning at Sand Hills High School. And then on the girls' side, their tournament starts on Tuesday. Now, Sand Hills Valley does not have a girls' team this year, so Mullen, who is the top seed in the tournament, will get a bye. They will advance out into the semifinals. They would play the winner of Anselma Myrna and Twin Loup, who will play at Anselma Myrna on Tuesday, January 27th. And then on the other side of the girls' bracket, you got the number 2 seed Brady taking on South Loup, and the number 3 seed Sand Hills Setford taking on Arthur County. Those games will be in Brady on Tuesday. Jeremy, always fun to cover this tournament. We'll look forward to it next week. Going to be some good games all the way through the tournament.
Yeah, I really think it should, and we're excited to be there with radio, video, and the whole 9 yards from several different locations for you folks. So make sure you tune in, and certainly if you are able, make it in person to add to some atmosphere. Certainly on Thursday and Saturday, many of these teams getting their first opportunity to be on that new floor and in that new gym there in Broken Bow. And I can personally say that those of you that have been in the gym for MNAC Thursday and Saturday in the past, the gym is just as loud, if not louder, than it has been in the past. So I think it'd be really fun to get a good MNAC crowd out there on Thursday and Saturday for those semifinals, finals, and consolation games between those 2 days and get that place rocking.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And as Jeremy mentioned, we'll have coverage of the tournament starting in the opening round and going all the way through the semifinals on Thursday. And then we'll have all of the third-place consolation and championship games on Championship Saturday next week from Broken Bow High School. If you want to see a full breakdown of how we will be covering the MNAC basketball tournaments this year, we encourage you to check out the story that is posted on sandhillsexpress.com. All right, we're getting closer to the tip-off. It's game 1 of our doubleheader coming up. South Loup and Arcadia Loup City. Girls basketball is next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Thinking about a remodel or planning a new build this year? Now's the time to get your projects on the schedule with Duda Plumbing. Scott and Colton handle full remodel plumbing, new construction installs, and professional sewer video inspections to spot issues before they become surprises. They serve Broken Bow and surrounding communities with dependable, detail-driven service, plus septic plumbing when needed. Don't wait until everyone's booked. Call Duda Plumbing today, where they do the plumbing.
A new year means new plans and a fresh start for your savings. At Custer Federal State Bank, we believe hard work deserves a safe place to grow. Whether you're saving for the farm, the family, or the future, our savings accounts are built for folks who value trust, service, and hometown banking. Start the year off right with neighbors who know you by name. Stop by Custer Federal State Bank today or visit us online. Custer Federal State Bank, your hometown bank, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Put your tax refund to work at Gateway Motors. Every eligible vehicle comes backed with their lifetime powertrain limited warranty on vehicles within 7 model years or brand new with under 70,000 miles at no extra cost. Use that refund and drive something new like a brand new Chevrolet Trax with little to no money down and payments around $350 a month for well-qualified buyers. Bad credit, no credit, or great credit, they finance everyone. Don't forget the famous Gateway Motors First-Time Buyers Program. Just give them a call and ask, how does the Gateway Motors First-Time Buyers Program work? Gateway Motors, your gateway to the road ahead.
Having a party, celebration, tailgate, or watch party? Then you need to come and see us at the Grocery Cart. Between our amazing deals and GK Wine and Spirits, we'll help you treat your guests right. Start out with a meat and cheese tray or a Chester's chicken in the deli, or pick up a rack of smoked ribs. For drinks, our aisles at the GK Wine and Spirits are full with savings on your favorites. The Deli and GK Wine and Spirits, inside the grocery cart, Broken Bow.
When the big game day arrives, you need a vehicle you can count on. Trotter Service has you covered. Offering full-service auto repair, tire sales, oil changes, and more, Trotter Service is your trusted hometown shop for reliable vehicle care. Whether you're heading to the game or driving every day, their expert team keeps your ride running strong. Schedule an appointment at trotterstirepros.com or call 872-6801. Your hometown automotive repair and tire store, Trotter Service.
Well, every time there's a timeout on the floor during our broadcast tonight, it'll be a perfect time to plan your next trip to Dairy Queen in Broken Bow to try a delicious blizzard for the season. Traditional sundaes, cones, and shakes, or hot burgers, chicken strips, fries, cheese curds, and more. Visit them on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow. All timeouts tonight brought to you by the Dairy Queen of Broken Bow. Just about ready to get things started. We'll come back with your starting lineups after these words on KBBN Radio.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Hi, this is Nate Bell with High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Broken Bow. See us online at hsip.com. See possible.
Mice and rats don't stand a chance when you shop the selection of products available at Arrow Seed. Try Boot Hill Pellets, Place Packs, pre-measured and easy to put in hard-to-reach locations. Mini blocks have a peanut flavor rodents love. Place them on rods or in bait stations. Soft bait from Revolver and Fast Draw means less bait waste and easy cleanup. And mini blocks and paraffin blocks from Ombre are an exceptional choice as well. Simply put, the mouse and rat solution you're seeking is at Arrow Seed.
Nebraska State Bank is where hometown pride meets hometown banking. They're proud to offer a full range of personal and business banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home and agriculture loans, and convenient online mobile banking. Nebraska State Bank will help you score whether you're buying your first home, growing a business, or planning for the future. With branches in Broken Bow, Myrna, and Callaway, they are your trusted teammate. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you by Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Supporting our student athletes, Melham Medical Center stands by you every step of the way. They offer local access to wellness and care, from emergency and inpatient services to the specialty clinic, offering top providers in orthopedics, cardiology, neurological care, and radiology. With a focus on inspiring healthy living through quality care, Melham is proud to back our hometown teams. Visit them at melham.org or call them at 308-872-4100. Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow.
From fields in Nebraska to projects around the world, Sargent Irrigation's roots run deep in the heartland. They believe in hard work, strong teams, and supporting the communities they serve. That's why they're proud to help deliver every thrilling moment of high school and Husker sports right to your radio. Even if you can't be there in person, you won't miss a play. This broadcast is made possible in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow, where hometown pride goes the distance.
And we come back to bring you your starting lineups. First for South Loup, brought to you by Fort County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow, 872-2258. For South Loup, Tyra Bresto, 5'5" senior. Cameron Kramer, 5'8" junior. Ray Hagler, 5'8" sophomore. Asa Starr, 5'9" junior. And Gracie Brennan, a 5'4" freshman. Head coach is Allie Goodnow. Now your starters for Arcadia Loup City, brought to you by Joe's Market in Loup City, your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. Visit them on O Street in Loup City soon, and visit joesmarketlc.com for ad specials, recipes, and more. For the Rebels, Taylor Obermiller, 5'8" junior. Jillian Holbert, 5'6" senior. Brianna Lewick, 5'3" senior. Grace Augustine, 6' junior. And Morgan Rademacher, 6'1" junior. Their head coach this year, Caitlin Orton. So they stand in the center circle, and we are ready to get things started with high school basketball on KBBN Radio, and the opening tip is controlled by the Rebels. Obermiller attacking the glass, puts it up and scores, and Arcadia Loup City is on the board in the opening seconds. Boy, great take by the junior. Obermiller attacking the glass, able to score, draw the foul, and now she'll step to the line.
They get Cameron Kramer on that foul.
And Obermiller able to open the game with a three-point play. Rebels will pick up the defense right at midcourt. Handling it is Hagler for South Loup. Hagler matched up with Obermiller. Arcadia Loup City, tough, aggressive man-to-man defense to start. Asa Starr puts it on the floor, had it knocked away. Now they fight for the loose ball. Tie-up situation, and the possession arrow will point to South Loup.
Yeah, just got to keep that dribble alive as much as you can. Rebels historically play really tough defense to make you pick up the ball as much as possible.
Nice entry pass to Brennan coming down the lane off the inbounds. And then as the ball was knocked away, they fight for the loose ball. We have another jump ball called, and this time the possession arrow will point to the Rebels. Just underway, 30 seconds have been played. 3-0 Arcadia Loup City, as getting to the rim and scoring for ALC is Brianna Lewick with her first two of the game.
Good set play running through that high post for the Rebels.
Hagler picks up the bounce, sends it ahead to Starr. Starr gets whistled for a travel. Asa kind of shuffled the feet just a little bit. 7:11 left to go here in the opening quarter. Arcadia Loup City with the early lead, 5-0 in game one of our girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Lewick will swing it off left to Obermiller. Taylor will look to drive, goes baseline, throws it up, no good, able to secure the rebound. Cameron Kramer of South Loup off to Hagler now. Ray will bring it into the forecourt, picks up the dribble, looks for some help, throws it out high to Brennan. Brennan will put it on the floor, backs it up to near midcourt, going for the steal, Lewick. South Loup able to hang on to it as Kramer gives it off, and attacking the rim is Brennan, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
That was a long way she had to dribble, all the way across the top of the key and down the right side of the lane, but it was an effort that was well worth it. Got her to the free throw line on the foul from Lewick.
To the line, Brennan, and the first one off the mark. Brennan, 5'4" freshman, at the line for her second of two. Trying to put the Bobcats on the board. This one off the mark. Offensive rebound, though. Cameron Kramer of South Loup, and they'll get a fresh 35 to work with. Starr handles it, puts it on the floor, dribbles to her right, loses it. Ball picked up in the corner by Hagler. Out to Brennan. Brennan, guarded by Lewick, will dribble into the corner, keeps the bounce alive, trying to go around the defender, now gives it up to Kramer. Back off to Brennan, 15 to shoot for the Bobcats. Asa Starr with the open look, off the mark, no good. Rebound secured by the Rebels. Lewick will bring it into the forecourt. South Loup will match up man-to-man defensively with the basketball for Arcadia Loup City is Hurlburt. Hurlburt able to attack and get to the rim and draw the foul.
Yeah, they get this one on Hagler, her first, just the team's second.
Just over 2 minutes played here in the opening quarter as Hurlburt goes to the free throw line and makes the first. 6-0, Arcadia Loup City with the lead. Hurlburt ready with the second and made them both.
Well, we talked about these teams averaging in the mid to upper 20s. Arcadia Loup City at this point is well past that pace.
South Loup with some trouble in the back court. Brendan got double teamed in the corner, and Coach Goodnow will call a Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout. 5:52 to go in the first. It is Arcadia Loup City leading South Loup 7-0.
We are here for you, no matter where it works best to meet. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. We may have closed our Broken Bow office, but that doesn't mean Lori and I aren't ready to hit the road to meet where it's most convenient for you. Whether that's your home, conference rooms, coffee shops, or a picnic table in the park, we'll bring our competitive, trusted coverage to you. You can also come by our Callaway office Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. until 5, or Fridays, 7:30 a.m. till noon, or call 836-2201 and let's talk so we can go to work for you at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
And we come back to Arcadia High School. 5:52 to go in the opening quarter. Backcourt pressure applied by Arcadia Loup City as South Loup tries to inbound the basketball. Rebels able to knock it away, and they're going to say that South Loup was the last team to touch it. So Arcadia Loup City able to force the turnover on the inbounds pass. And now the Rebels will operate with just over 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Loup will handle it around midcourt. Dribbles to her left, trying to take it down the lane, and then touched it with the free hand. Got whistled for a double dribble, and the Rebels turn it over.
Really the first possession for Arcadia Loup City that has not come away with at least a shot at the rim.
Arcadia Loup City with that double team in the backcourt. Brennan able to get out of trouble with the bounce, and now we've got a whistle called it around midcourt, and a foul is going to be called against the Rebels.
Yeah, they get Obermiller on this one. That's just Taylor's first, team's second. Each team has 2 team fouls.
Substitution for the Rebels. Obermiller will come out. Hadley Rademacher, freshman, will come in. Inbounding it at midcourt, Asa Starr for the Bobcats. Starr throws it in. Hagler able to receive it. Dribbles to her left, now brings it out to the top of the key as South Loup resets the offense. Hagler to her right, hands it off to Brennan, coming back left. Brennan cut off at the elbow, takes the shot off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound secured by the Rebels. 5:19 to go here in the opening quarter. Arcadia Loup City 7, South Loup yet to get on the board. Lewick will bounce it to the high post. Morgan Rademacher sends it outside. Now it's inside to Lewick, who shoots it up, no good. They fight for the board. It's out of bounds, last touched by Arcadia Loup City. Substitutions for the Bobcats. We'll see Emma Stahlbaumer coming in. Jade Bierman will check in for South Loup. And Bierman will throw it in. They send it in to Stahlbaumer. Emma will send it ahead of the half-court line to Hagler. Inside it goes, as trying to attack the rim was Kramer. She got tripped on her way to the hoop, and a foul will be called.
First on Grace Augustine. 3 different players with a foul apiece for the Rebels.
Brennan to trigger it in. Able to handle the inbounds pass Bierman. Bierman in some trouble on the baseline, looking for help, still looking, and she got whistled for a double dribble.
Not really much you can do there.
No.
You hear in the UFC about a headlock being in tight. Well, that double team was in tight against the baseline.
Lewick for the Rebels will pass it off to Hurlbert. Lobs it inside to Morgan Rademacher. Stahlbaumer holding her position and forces Rademacher to give it up. 17 to shoot for the Rebels. Trying to back down the defender, taking the shot. Augustine off the mark, no good. Rebound South Loup. 4:20 left to go here in the first. South Loup still looking for their first points of the game, as Kramer will give it up to Hagler. Hagler will put it on the floor, trying to take the defender off the bounce. Stepping over in front to cut off the dribble was Rademacher, and getting whistled for a travel is Hagler. So South Loup will turn it over, and it will be Rebels basketball with 4:10 to go here in the first.
4th turnover for the Bobcats, and the Rebels defense just moving quickly and being in the right positions has caused each of those turnovers. Those have not been self-inflicted wounds.
Hadley Rademacher, the freshman, will take the shot and draw the foul.
That one's going to be pretty tough to swallow if you're Emma Stahlbaumer. That one, after the shot was put up, she just kind of progressed into Emma's arms, and she was pretty straight up down there.
First free throw attempt is good. Hadley Rademacher, just a freshman, at the line, ready to shoot her second of 2. On its way and got them both. Rebels have been good from the free throw line here in this opening quarter.
5 for 5.
9-0 is the score. South Loop trying to get on the board with this possession. Stahlbomber sends it ahead, but it's intercepted by Panowitz, who's into the game now for the Rebels. Outside to Rademacher for a three. Short, no good. There to secure it, Brennan. South Loop looking to run. Brennan will send it ahead to Nelcha Reif, who's into the game. Reif will give it up in the corner, but South Loop not able to hang on, and the Bobcats will turn it over. So 3:40 to go here in the first. Arcadia Loop City with the ball. Rebels with the early lead, 9-0, as Loup will bring it to the offensive end, send it off to Hadley Rademacher. Hadley takes a couple of dribbles to her right, sends it off to Hurlbert, gets the pass back. Hadley will swing it off, and it's intercepted, taken away by Bierman. Bierman to the offensive end. We've got a whistle, and they're going to say Bierman took an extra step as South Loop gets whistled for the turnover.
And that was due to pure hustle by the Rebels. They easily could have given up on that play and given the run-out layup, but they got back and caused the shuffle of the feet.
Nice pass inside to Panowitz, who puts it up and in. Give the assist to Jillian Hurlbert. And it's 11-0 Arcadia Loop City. South Loop trying to break the pressure of the Rebels, and they do. Stahlbomber off to Reif. Reif had the ball knocked away, loose on the floor, picked up by the Rebels. Loup will send it ahead to Hadley Rademacher. Hadley will give it off to Loup as we are nearing 2.5 left to play here in this opening quarter. Bounce pass inside to Rademacher, puts it up over Stahlbomber and scores.
I don't know what happened right there, but there was a player off of the Rebels bench that was at the opposite free throw line, and I think maybe picking up something that rolled onto the floor.
I think so. I think something rolled away from the Arcadia Loop City bench, and running out to retrieve it was Kaylee Kurtzals. Did a good job of grabbing it and getting back to the bench quickly.
And credit to her, because I'm sure her friends on the bench had to convince her to be the one to run out there and grab it as well. She kind of put her face into her hands.
South Loop with the ball. Starr sends it ahead to Bierman. Nearing 2 minutes left to play here in this opening quarter. South Loop trying to get on the board with this offensive possession. Stahlbomber gives it up to Brennan. Brennan cut off by Hurlbert, sends it out to Hagler. Hagler will give it up to Brennan. Inside it goes to Stahlbomber, reaching around Morgan Rademacher, and Morgan's going to get whistled for the foul.
All 4 fouls this quarter, all on different players, but with the next foul, South Loop will shoot free throws the rest of the way.
Hagler to throw it in, looking, finds Bierman. Bierman gets bumped and knocked to the floor, and it will be another foul against the Rebels.
I think that might be the first foul I've seen on a player this season, kind of caused by the backside unintentionally. Rademacher just kind of backed up over the top of her and knocked her to the floor. And she picks up her second.
And that is the 5th team foul whistled against the Rebels, so that'll send South Loop to the free throw line with 1:54 left to go here in the opening quarter. First free throw attempt from Bierman is good, and that puts South Loop on the board with 1:54 left to go in the quarter. Jade ready with her second, on its way, off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Stahlbomber, put back wouldn't go. Ball loose on the floor, still loose on the floor, and it's finally picked up and secured by Arcadia Loop City. South Loop will pick up the defense in the half court. Loup, crossover, gets by the defender, cut off at the top of the key, swings it off to Hurlbert for a three, off no good. Rebound, Asa Starr. Starr lobs it ahead to Hagler, who chases down the pass in the corner. Ray keeps the bounce alive, picked up by Panowitz on the defensive switch. And then as Hagler tries to advance it into the hands of Brennan, it is knocked out of bounds off of the Rebels. South Loop basketball with 25 seconds on the shot clock. Stahlbomber to trigger it in from the side. Ammo will lob it in, intended for Hagler, but the pass intercepted and taken away by the Rebels. Lewick will lead the charge back the other way. Off to Panowitz, the open jumper off the iron, no good. Rebound Lewick, puts it up in a crowd, no good. Rebound Augustine, put back wouldn't go. And the rebound finally pulled out of there by South Loop. Starr into the forecourt. 1 minute left to go in the opening quarter. Hagler had the ball poked away. Hagler goes back into the backcourt to retrieve it. Hagler sends it in the corner to Bierman, trying to return the pass. Ends up in the hands of Kramer. Kramer dribbling through traffic, going to draw the foul.
And the difference there for South Loop that time down was they kept the ball moving. After they caught up around half court a little bit, they ended up passing it faster than the Rebels defense could get to them, and it led to good things.
Kramer to the line to shoot two. The first, off the mark, no good. Substitution for Arcadia Loop City coming in for the first time, Kamara Cox, 5'10 senior, as Kramer gets ready for her second of two from the line. On its way, off the mark, no good. Stahlbomber, the rebound, put back wouldn't go, got her own miss, puts it up and in. Stahlbomber with the first field goal of the game for South Loop as we have 37 seconds remaining here in the first. Hurlbert cut off by Hagler, now picked up by Bierman defensively. Cox handles it now for Arcadia Loop City and throws it away. Bierman with the steal. Bierman sends it ahead to Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber backs down the defender, puts it up, too strong, no good. Rebound Arcadia Loop City. Hurlbert pushing it back the other way. Gets into the lane. Ball loose. Picked up by Starr. South Loop with numbers. Starr will challenge the defender, Hadley Rademacher, and draw the foul.
And Hadley joins Morgan Rademacher as a fellow teammate with 2 fouls. So certainly something to keep an eye on, as Rebels have 2 players with a couple fouls apiece.
Free throw by Starr, good. South Loop making a little bit of a run here in the final minute of this opening quarter. Starr ready with her second. On its way, off the mark, no good. It's out of bounds, off of who? They're going to say South Loop was the last team to touch it. So it'll be Arcadia Loop City ball with 8.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Arcadia Loop City 13, South Loop 4. Hurlbert will bring it ahead. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Hurlbert will give it up to Rademacher. She'll shoot it and score it at the buzzer. We've played 1 quarter of basketball at Arcadia High School. Your score at the end of 1, Arcadia Loop City 15, South Loop 4.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, based in Broken Bow, provides professional heating and cooling services for both homes and businesses. Their team handles repairs, installations, annual maintenance, new construction, ductwork remodels, and exhaust ventilation with reliability and expertise. Call 308-872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com and schedule an appointment today. Great athletes play with grit, heart, and integrity. At Palmer Monument in Broken Bow, those same qualities guide everything they do. Just as athletes push through the challenges to reach victory, Palmer Monument's team works with dedication to design meaningful, lasting memorials for your loved ones, crafted with pride and built to stand the test of time. They're committed to honoring every life with care and respect. Palmer Monument, designed with pride, sold with integrity, and always giving their very best, just like the athletes.
Your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 872-6810. Klang Financial, you'll find them in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. So we open play here in quarter number 2. South Loop will open with the basketball. They'll enter it into Hagler. Hagler guarded by Augustine. Lobs it inside to Stahlbomber, trying to back down the defender, partially blocked by Rademacher and taken away by the Rebels. Taylor Obermiller back into the game. Driving baseline, a whistle, and we're going to get a foul called against South Loop.
They get this one on Star, her first.
Arcadia Loop City to throw it in. Inbounds pass comes to Morgan Rademacher, out to Obermiller. Open look for three, and Taylor Obermiller able to knock it down.
She's got 6 to lead all scorers.
18-4, Arcadia Loop City with the lead, and the Bobcats having a little trouble with that backcourt pressure applied by the Rebels. Turn it over, and Arcadia Loop City will inbound on their side of the floor.
A 10th turnover of this very early game.
Obermiller driving baseline, shoots it over Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber may have gotten a piece, and then the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by South Loop, so Arcadia Loop City will keep it with 27 to work with on the shot clock. Obermiller to throw it in. Taylor will find Hurlbert. Open look. Got it.
Jeez. When Arcadia Loop City's getting open shots, they're not missing them very often.
Backcourt pressure applied. Starr puts it on the floor. Picks it up near midcourt. Sends it ahead to Kramer. Now off to Hagler. To Brennan. The open look. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound Stahlbomber. And then taken away by Morgan Rademacher on the inside. We played over a minute here in the second quarter. Arcadia Loop City with the ball, leading 20-4. Hurlbert will give it off to Obermiller. Oh, man, reaching in and just ripping it away as Obermiller was taking the shot was Ray Hagler. Great defensive play. Ray to the offensive end, gives it up to Brennan. Brennan will dribble to her left. Had the ball poked away, able to pick it up, now looks for help. Off to Hagler, 18 to shoot for the Bobcats. Stahlbomber will kick it out to Brennan. Brennan bumped by Obermiller, now gives it up. Hagler with 10 to shoot, into Stahlbomber, around the defender, and draws the foul.
Oh, depending on who this is on. Yeah, this is going to be the third foul on Morgan Rademacher, and she's been the one tasked with defending Emma Stahlbomber. So that might just be what South Loop needs, is Rademacher to find her way to the bench so that they can get Stahlbomber, their leading scorer, a little bit more involved in the scorebook.
Stahlbomber's first free throw attempt off the rim, no good.
South Loop 2 for 9 from the free throw line here so far.
The second one is off the mark, no good. They'll say it did not draw iron, so Arcadia Loop City will inbound on the baseline as Tyra Bresta will come back into the game for South Loop. We also see Kagan Wattoon on the floor for the Bobcats. Nelcha Reif has returned. Brennan and Hagler round out the 5 on the floor for South Loop. Arcadia Loop City with the ball. Lewick cut off in the lane. They kick it out. Driving is Obermiller. She'll shoot off the rim, no good, and they're going to call a foul against Obermiller.
It'll be her second.
5:55 to go here in the second quarter. Arcadia Loop City leading 20-4. South Loop to inbound it. Hagler will throw it in. Brestel receives the pass. Ahead to Wattoon, off her hands, into the hands of Reif. Reif double teamed on the side, and Arcadia Loop City again with that quick double team, able to force a South Loop turnover.
I think this Rebels defense is very impressive here so far. Like Brent said, that double team comes quick.
Hadley Rademacher gives it up to Hurlbert. Inside Obermiller, who puts it off the glass and in. And a timeout coming for South Loop. A Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor. 5:32 to go in the second. Arcadia Loop City 22, South Loop 4.
Agland ATV would like to thank all of our customers for their business and friendships this year and look forward to working with you in 2026. Polaris works hard to keep bringing you the most reliable and powerful machines in the off-road market. Agland ATV is proud to keep the momentum rolling here in central Nebraska and strives to offer you the best in off-road sales and service. Agland ATV, West Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
When your vehicle needs dependable repair, turn to Rod's Body and Paint on the curve west of Broken Bow. They specialize in collision repair, color matching, auto glass replacement, and dent repair. Backed by certified technicians, free estimates, and fair prices that get you back on the road. With over a half-century of experience serving the community, they have earned a reputation for quality and trust. Call 308-872-5346 for details or to schedule your estimate at Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow.
Now we come back to Arcadia High School. Brent Apperson, Jeremy Scheib with you behind the microphone tonight on KBBN Radio. We have our live video stream going as well. Jack Simpson with us running the camera. You can view the action accompanied by the radio call through the Sandhills Express Facebook page and YouTube channel. South Loop inbounds it out of the timeout. Brennan will give it up to Reif. Melcha will bring it across midcourt. And now South Loop will try to operate in their half-court offense. Reif is going to launch it from deep, off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound, Panowitz of Arcadia Loop City. Loup will handle it now as she brings it into the offensive zone. Hadley Rademacher had the ball knocked away, almost with the steal, Jade Bierman. But as Bierman was trying to save it from going out of bounds, she stepped on the sideline, and Arcadia Loop City will maintain possession.
Well, South Loop needs to just set a goal for themselves to achieve here in this final 5 minutes of the first half. Maybe it's a deficit they want to get within.
Obermiller drives baseline, puts it up, count it, and she's fouled.
Well, that's hard. She did a hard jab step right on that right block and then swung to the left, and the Bobcat defenders just couldn't keep up with her.
Free throw, rims off, no good. Augustine, though, fighting for the offensive rebound. It goes out of bounds. Off of who? They'll say South Loop touched it last. Arcadia Loop City basketball. Obermiller to throw it in. Sends it out high to Hadley Rademacher. The pull-up is good. 26-4, Arcadia Loop City with the lead, and a turnover in the backcourt. Pass ahead to Augustine, who lays it up and in. Rebels able to send up their full court press. South Loop trying to break it. Bierman dribbles around the defender. Nice pass inside to Bristol, who just couldn't hang on to it. And the Rebels are able to take it away. 4:20 to go in the first half. Arcadia Loop City with the lead, 28-4, and a Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Brent Custer about Shelter's home, auto, and life options.
Broken Bow Dental is proud to cheer on the area student athletes. At their location on Highway 2 in Broken Bow, their state-of-the-art clinic blends cutting-edge dental care with a warm, personalized approach, because a confident smile supports success in and out of the game. From routine family dentistry to emergency treatment, they have you covered. Call 308-767-2002 to schedule an appointment at Broken Bow Dental. Be brilliant. Be bold.
4:18 left to go in the first half. Game one of our doubleheader. Girls game between Arcadia Loop City and South Loop. Arcadia Loop City with the lead, 28-4. Again, 4:18 left to go here in this second quarter. Boys game will follow. That should be a good one. Rebels and Bobcats. Jeremy will have the play-by-play of the boys game coming up a little bit later on tonight. Back to action here out of the timeout. Loup being challenged by Hagler as she brings it across midcourt. Loup calls for the high ball screen. Hagler fights through it, though, forces Loup to give it up. Cox is back into the game for Arcadia Loop City, and on the nice defense by Emma Stahlbomber, gets forced into a traveling call.
Yeah, kept her arms high and made her search for extra passing lanes and caused the shuffle of the feet.
Stahlbomber, nice pass to Kramer, who attacks, throws it up, no good, but she's fouled. and Kramer will go to the line.
This one is on Cox, her first.
First of 2 for Kramer. On its way, got it. 3:58 to go here in the first half. Arcadia Loop City 28, South Loop 5. Kramer ready with her second. On its way, got them both. Arcadia Loop City with the basketball. Just over midway through this second quarter. Loup gives it up to Hadley Rademacher. Hadley keeping the bounce alive. Starr with the defensive pressure. Rademacher gets into the lane. She'll put it up. Too strong, no good. Rebound, Stahlbomber. Good, strong rebound by Emma. Off to Hagler. Inside, Kramer gets to the glass and scores. Boy, one of the best offensive sets and series that we've seen from South Loop here tonight. We'll see if that can get them started. Loup.
I'm sorry, Kramer, between those 2 free throw makes and that make in back-to-back trips down, is now the leading scorer with 4 for South Loop.
Hurlbert in the lane, gives it up to Hadley Rademacher. Hadley guarded by Starr. Cut off, gives it up. Hurlbert handles, just 8 to shoot now for Arcadia Loop City. Loup trying to throw it inside, and reaching in to take it away is Kramer. Oh, but Stahlbomber was not looking for the pass, and the Rebels are able to take it back. A deep one from Hurlbert is good. Jillian Hurlbert, the senior, with the 3. Back to the other end. The intercepted pass by Hadley Rademacher. South Loop turns it over. Rademacher will kick it out. Now in the corner to Panowitz, out to Loup. Loup will try to throw it to Hurlbert. Deflected, but to Hurlbert, who gets to the rim. No good. Rebound, Cox, who puts it up and in.
Well, they're on pace to score more than 66 points at this rate, and the most they've scored this season is 48.
Handling it now, Kramer. Kramer splits the double team with the bounce and able to draw the foul. Boy, love the way Kramer has attacked offensively for South Loop here in the last few seconds. That was a great split of the double team with the bounce. Able to get to the rim and now able to get to the line. First one. Yes.
That was the first foul on Jillian Hurlbert.
Substitution for South Loop. Stahlbomber will come out. Bierman will come in to replace her. Kramer at the line for her second. On its way, and it's good.
Perfect from the line here in this quarter.
Nearing 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Arcadia Loop City leading 33-10. Bounce pass to Obermiller in the lane. The pull up no good. Rebound secured by Starr of South Loop. Off to Brennan. Now it's Kramer. Kramer looking to attack again. Sends it out to Hagler. Hagler took the shot. Taken away, though, by Hadley Rademacher. Now the ball loose on the floor, picked up by Cox. Cox will send it ahead to Obermiller. Puts it up. Can't score. Rebound. Font 4. Out of bounds. Off of who?
Look to me. Well,
they're going to give it to South Loop, aren't they?
Yeah, look to me like the opposite of what was called. So that's why we're up in the stands and they're 5 feet away from the action.
Right on. So we play out the final minute 30 of this opening half. South Loop with the ball. Brennan back into the game. Brennan keeping the bounce alive. Now a whistle, and we got a foul away from the ball. I think they're going to get it on Starr of South Loop as she stepped out trying to set a screen.
Yeah, just didn't have the feet set for the screen yet and got whistled for it.
So the Rebels will have the basketball. Arcadia Loop City 33, South Loop 10. A minute 20 left to go here in this second quarter. Loup dribbling into the lane. May have gotten away with a step. Nope, she does not. Whistle comes, and traveling will be the call.
8th turnover on Arcadia Loop City. They've forced 15 the other way on South Loop. South Loop is winning the rebounding battle. That's been one thing they've been able to do better than the Rebels here in this first half. They've been really strong on the boards.
Hagler trying to take Cox off the bounce, puts it up. Too strong, no good. A rebound secured by Hadley Rademacher. Lobs it ahead to Hurlburt. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Augustine to Obermiller, but Obermiller was coming from out of bounds and had not reestablished herself yet. So it's going to be a turnover against the Rebels with 53 seconds to play here in quarter number 2.
That was close. That was probably about as close as it could be.
Rebels pick up the defense in the half court. Brennan sends it ahead to Bierman. Now to Kramer. Kramer around the defender, puts it up, no good. They fight for the rebound. Kramer puts it up, no good, but she gets fouled.
Well, she has really been a breath of fresh air here in this second quarter for South Loup. No, they're still down 23, but she's got 6 points here in the quarter, looking to make it more.
First free throw attempt, off the mark, no good. 38.6 seconds remain here in the first half. Arcadia Loup City leading it 33-10. Kramer ready with her second of 2. And it is off the mark, no good. Rebound, Hadley Rademacher. Rademacher will give it up to Hurlburt. Hurlburt quickly attacking, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Augustine, and the putback is good. Shot clock is off for the remainder of the quarter. 20 seconds left to play in it. Brennan for South Loup, picked up by Augustine defensively. Hagler now inside Kramer and able to reach in and knock it away. Hadley Rademacher with 10.9 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Inbounds pass Kramer, lost it. Ball loose on the side. It's out of bounds off of South Loup. Arcadia Loup City basketball with 8.6 seconds remaining in the quarter. Obermiller sends it into Hurlburt, now back to Taylor. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Obermiller checks the clock, 2 to go. She'll launch, it's off, no good at the buzzer. So we played one half of basketball here in Arcadia. And your score at halftime, Arcadia Loup City 35, South Loup 10. Jeremy is totaling up the first half numbers. He'll come back and share them after this.
Central Nebraska Diesel is your local Renke Gold Prime dealer. What does this mean for you? It means Central Nebraska Diesel is an elite Renke dealer, recognized by Renke for offering unmatched service, support, and professionalism in the irrigation industry. Contact Central Nebraska Diesel for the dependability and superior engineering of Renke, matched with gold-level service and support. Central Nebraska Diesel and Renke are your irrigation experts. Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected. With locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte, go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is the place to call for all of your insurance needs, offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, Loup City, Nebraska. Give them a call at 745-1097 or visit myinspartners.com.
The staff at South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loup Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, are proud of the South Loup Bobcats. New patients are always welcome. They understand that healthcare is evolving and are committed to providing local access to high-quality care by continuing to invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology. Their specialty is primary care. Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics cheering on the South Loup Bobcats.
AgriBest Feeds of Callaway is your source for all things ranching. They have what you need as calving comes around, including ear tags, vet supplies, windscreens, goat lights, milk replacer, Royal Heat calf warmers, and more. They also carry Powder River and Charter livestock equipment, and their Sweet Pro lick tubs, Fresh Start, and Redmond Salt provide your animals with the outstanding nutrition they need. Check out their new Room and Edge livestock tubs behind the Community Center in Callaway or at 836-2298. AgriBest Feeds of Callaway.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Johnson Hunt and Fish is a proud supporter of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels, located on South Highway 58 in Loup City. Stop by and talk to them about what they can offer you for your outdoor hunting and fishing adventures. Whether it be bait for finding the big catch, new fishing equipment, or buy-sell trade of guns, they look forward to serving you Monday through Sunday, 8 to 5. Johnson Hunt and Fish, sponsors of this broadcast, wishing the Arcadia Loup City Rebels good luck.
Back to Arcadia High School. We're at halftime. Game one of our doubleheader. Girls game has Arcadia Loup City leading South Loup at the half, 35-10. And with your first half numbers, here's Jeremy.
All right, thank you, Brent. We'll start with the visiting South Loup Bobcats. They were led in scoring by Cameron Kramer, who had all 6 of her points there in the second quarter to lead the Bobcats. Emma Stahlbaumer with 2 and 1 apiece for Jade Bierman and Asa Starr. For the Rebels of Arcadia Loup City, 7 different scorers in the book here at half, leading them in double figures with 10. Taylor Obermiller, she hit a 3, had a free throw, a couple from the field as well, to score in a variety of ways to lead the Rebels. 9 points put in by Jillian Hurlbert, all but 2 of those coming in the second quarter, where Arcadia Loup City outscored South Loup 20-6. 6 points put in by Hadley Rademacher, Grace Augustine with 4 and 2 apiece for Tenley Penowitz and Brianna Lewick, as well as Morgan Rademacher. Taking a look at the team statistic, Arcadia Loup City was able, that last couple of minutes of the second quarter, was able to reel in the rebounding statistic to tie that one up at 12 rebounds apiece between these teams unofficially. 9 turnovers for Arcadia Loup City to 16 for South Loup. Free throws also very interesting. Arcadia Loup City shooting just 6 of them, but made 5. South Loup shot 16, but only made 6. So again, your leading scorers here at the half, leading South Loup, Cameron Kramer with 6. For Arcadia Loup City, Taylor Obermiller had 10.
Jeremy, thank you. Hey, don't forget, every time a timeout is called on the floor during our broadcast tonight, it's brought to you by the Dairy Queen of Broken Bow. A perfect time to plan your next trip to Dairy Queen in Broken Bow to try a delicious blizzard for the season, traditional sundaes, cones, and shakes, or hot burgers, chicken strips, fries, cheese curds, and more. Visit them on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Second half is coming up after these words.
Cusack Lumber and Supply is your hometown source for quality materials and friendly service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They're ready to help with any project, from materials and additions to brand new builds. Check out their post frame and complete building packages if you're starting from the ground up. And for farmers and ranchers, they stock everything from tanks to fencing supplies. Cusack Lumber and Supply is proud to bring you this sports broadcast.
Need auto parts? Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loup City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loup City. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loup City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel in Loup City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. You will find the restaurant at Colony Inn open for winter from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, just closed Tuesdays. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you're on the go, call for takeout. Their fried chicken is a must-try. The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loup City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company. Your community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow offers delicious food in a family-friendly atmosphere. Don't miss daily lunch specials and the Sunday buffet. Open 6 until 4. Need a quick bite? Express breakfast is 6 to 11 Monday to Friday, and express lunch is 11 to 2. On the go? Pick up a ready-to-go casserole for busy nights. For evening cravings, visit Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Open Monday through Saturday from 5 to 10 with specials, appetizers, and snacks. It's all waiting for you on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is proud to support our local student athletes and help bring you the action when you can't be there in person. When it comes to fixing cars, the bearded guys at A1 are kind of like mechanical wizards, just with wrenches instead of magic wands. Trust them. You'd much rather they have a wrench than a magic wand. They'll have your car running smoothly and get you back on the road in no time. Stop by 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold. Call 308-848-2542 or click A1AutoRepairInc.com.
Trotter Fertilizer is happy to help bring you this broadcast of high school sports. They are proud to support the Arcadia Loup City Rebels in all that they do. Trotter Fertilizer provides fertilizer, chemicals, custom application, grain storage, propane, and more to central Nebraska. Contact them today and they'll start helping you with your operation. Trotter Fertilizer in Arcadia and Loup City, helping bring you this sports broadcast.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find. We're your neighbors and your friends. Go see Trotter.
Well, not only are we live on the radio tonight on KBBN FM, we're live with our video stream as well through Sandhills Express Facebook and YouTube. So you can watch the action accompanied by the radio call. Video stream being brought to you in part by BD, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, Agland ATV, Palmer Monument, Insurance of the Heartland, H&R Block, Culligan, Meade Lumber of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital, the Garden Center, Downey Drilling, 450 Ag, Agribest Feeds, Ag-Curate Technologies, also Callaway Market, First State Insurance, and Norders Supply. So we're ready to go with half number 2. Arcadia Loup City will open with the basketball. Rebels leading it here at the half by a score of 35-10. Everybody getting set up at the scorers table, and we're just about ready to resume action here in Arcadia.
And just going to move that decimal place over one.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
80 seconds or 80 minutes, I guess it could be. Yeah, there we go. That would be a long third quarter. There's 8 minutes.
There we go, and now we're ready to play. Here we go. And the inbounds pass comes to Loup of Arcadia Loup City. Swings it off to Hurlbert. Hurlbert pass deflected, taken away by South Loup. A great defensive start to this half for the Bobcats. They come away with the turnover. Now we'll see what they can do on the offensive end. Starr, guarded tightly by Augustine, gives it up to Hagler. Hagler will bring it to the top of the key as South Loup resets the offense. Hagler works off the high ball screen set by Kramer, gives it up to Starr. Starr will set it off to Hagler. She'll look to drive. Hagler reverse layup, no good, but into the hands of Bierman. Puts it up, can't finish, and the rebound secured by Arcadia Loup City. Hurlbert for the Rebels. Off to Lewick, just underway here in the third. Obermiller looking to drive, and we've got a whistle. Going to be a foul coming against South Loup.
Yeah, they were really close to closing that gap down there and using the baseline as a perfect extra defender, but the whistle comes, and I think Cameron Kramer picked up her second.
Obermiller open for three, no good. Rebound, fought for, and able to secure it, South Loup. Bobcats with the basketball, and taken away by Hurlbert, who gets to the rim and scores. Jillian Hurlbert with the steal and the score. 35-10, Arcadia Loup City with the lead. Just over a minute gone here in the third. Hagler, cut off, leaves it for Brennan, dribbling to her left. Brennan cut off by Obermiller as she comes out defensively. South Loop able to hang on to the ball. Oh, cutting to the rim is Hagler, but cannot get it to go. Boy, beautiful pass from Bierman to Hagler on the cut, but just could not get it to go. Hurlbert in the corner to Obermiller. She'll launch off, no good. Rebound into the hands of Cameron Kramer of South Loop.
That was a foul on South Loop called that last time down the floor, wasn't it?
Well, I thought
I saw a fist go up in the air and a report to the table, but they have not put that foul up on the board yet. Just something to note.
Ball loose. Secured now by Bierman. Bierman trying to go around the defender. Rademacher leaves it for Brendan in the lane. Puts it up in traffic. No good. But she will be able to draw the foul. And that'll send the freshman Gracie Brendan to the line.
And they get this one on Grace Augustine. Second Rebel to pick up her third foul.
And the free throw is good. Nelcha Reif will come in for South Loop. Stahlbomber getting ready to come in. Looks like she'll be checking in for the shooter, Brennan. Free throw good, made them both. And Brennan will come out. Stahlbomber will come in to replace her. Arcadia Loop City basketball, just over 2 minutes played here in the third. Arcadia Loop City 37, South Loop 12. Now the Bobcats with some pressure in the backcourt. Lewick able to run down the loose ball. And now the Rebels will set up in the half court. Augustine will dump it inside to Obermiller. Knocked away out of bounds off the hands of Emma Stahlbomber of South Loop.
I think we had a fill-in at the clock. I just saw a changing of the guard over there at the clock controls. But no fouls for either side have been recorded here in the third quarter on the board so far.
Jillian Hurlbert had a foot on the line. It's a long two. Hurlbert able to take the inbounds pass and knock down the long jumper. 39-12, Arcadia Loop City with the lead. 5.5 to play here in the third. Pass inside to Starr, who gets to the rim, can't finish. Rebound, Stahlbomber, taken away by Rademacher. Now they fight for it. A jump ball will be called, and the possession arrow will give it to Arcadia Loop City. Grace Augustine will inbound it. First, there's a whistle. That should be South Loop ball, isn't it? That's kind of what I was wondering. I'm like, I think it should be South Loop basketball, but Arcadia Loop City was ready to inbound it. Now South Loop will inbound it. Star to Kramer, puts it up, can't score. Rebound chased down by Reif. She'll shoot it. Off the mark, no good. Rebound secured by Arcadia Loop City. Boy, a couple of really good opportunities for the Bobcats. Just couldn't get the shot to fall. And now applying pressure is Jade Bierman. Bumps Taylor Obermiller as she tries to advance it. And the foul will be called against the Bobcats.
Her first.
Obermiller to throw it in. Taylor looking. Now throws it into Hadley Rademacher. Back to Taylor. 3 minutes played here in the third. Arcadia Loop City with the ball, leading 39-12. Hadley Rademacher from way out, no good. Rebound, though, picked up by Morgan Rademacher. A fresh 35 for the Rebels. Obermiller will drive, shoot, and score.
Her first points of this second half. She's got 12.
South Loop with the ball. Bierman will swing it off to Starr on the right wing. Back into Bierman, deflected out of bounds. Now a whistle. Augustine was the one that knocked the ball out, but also made contact with Bierman. And Grace Augustine of Arcadia Loop City will pick up the foul.
And that's her fourth. So she's one away from being disqualified. So she's going to have to come out of the game. Fouls have been caught up on the board, by the way. 2 team fouls for each squad.
Inbounds pass Reif. She'll shoot it. Off the back iron, no good. Stahlbomber rips down the offensive board. Fresh 35 for the Bobcats. Nice pass inside to Kramer. Puts it up, can't score. Rebound secured by Morgan Rademacher. Arcadia Loop City quickly back the other way. Obermiller around the defender. Tries to throw it inside. Kramer steps in front of the pass. Now we have a whistle. And the ball's going to go over to South Loop. I think they're going to say that one of the Rebel players had a hand on the ball when she was out of bounds.
Well, the South Loop defense, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, Brent, but it feels like here in the third quarter it's kind of stepped up a notch coming out of half.
Yep. Yeah, Arcadia Loop City with just 6 points here in this quarter. As Brendan will bounce it off to Starr. Now a whistle. Hadley Rademacher coming out to apply pressure, and Rademacher is going to get whistled for the personal.
Well, Morgan and Hadley Rademacher each have 3, and Grace Augustine has 4. So things could get awfully interesting here for the Rebels if more fouls are committed.
Inbounds pass to Brennan. Brennan trying to go baseline, puts it up, no good. Loose ball, and ripping it away is Starr. South Loop with the ball. Hagler. Out to Brennan. Off to Starr, but intercepting the pass, Panowitz. Panowitz 1-on-3. She's going to challenge, though. Shot up no good. Ball loose. Picked up by South Loop. Bobcats coming back the other way. Hagler cut off by Obermiller. Gives it up to Brennan. Inside it goes to Stahlbomber. Shoots it over Rademacher. Off. No good. Rebound fought for. Out of bounds. Last touch by South Loop. Tyra Brestol coming back into the game for South Loop. Kagan Wattoon returning for the Bobcats. They'll be joined on the floor by Brennan, Hagler, and Starr. Those are the 5 for South Loop. Arcadia Loop City with the ball. Backcourt pressure applied by the Bobcats. Lewick will send it ahead to Cox. Gives it up to Panowitz. Bounce pass. Morgan Rademacher goes glass and scores.
Perfect execution of the press break.
South Loop with the ball. Arcadia Loop City leading now 43-12. Brennan will bounce it off to Starr. Starr trying to enter it inside to Brestol, but reaching out to kick it away was Hurlburt of Arcadia Loop City. So the ball stays with South Loop. 22 on the shot clock. Brennan to trigger it in. Brennan looking, finds Wattoon, puts it up, off, no good. They fight for the rebound. Wattoon able to secure it again. Now off to Brennan. They're going to say it never touched the rim. Shot clock did not reset. Launching it from deep, Hagler. Starr with the offensive rebound. Again, it did not touch the rim. 7 to shoot for the Bobcats. Ball loose into the hands of Brestol. She'll shoot it, partially deflected out of bounds with 1 second left on the shot clock.
I'm not sure I've seen anybody. Okay, now they've noticed it. So you got to get a catch and a shot.
They'll throw it into Bierman. She'll shoot, no good, and it'll be a shot clock violation with 2:42 to go here in the third.
Good sustained defensive possession for the Rebels.
Arcadia Loop City with the basketball. Rebels lead it 43-12. 2:42 left to go, third quarter. Lewick quickly advancing it into the forward court. Gets bumped by Wattoon as she tries to go by. And Kagan will get whistled for the personal.
Just her second.
Arcadia Loop City will inbound on their side of the floor. They throw it in to Hadley Rademacher, back to Hurlburt. Jillian will give it up to Panowitz. Panowitz in some trouble in the corner. Now we got a whistle. And we're going to get a foul called against South Loop.
Yeah, they get Brestol on this one. That's just her first, according to my mark. And, yep, board agrees.
Hurlburt to throw it in. They find Rademacher right at the high post. Out to Panowitz, back to Hadley. A 3 on the way. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound secured by Jade Bierman of South Loop. Bierman will bring it across midcourt, leave it for Brestol. Gets to the rim, no good, but she draws the foul. And that'll send Tyra Brestol to the line.
They're going to get Tenley Panowitz with this one, her first.
First free throw attempt is good. Kramer is coming back into the lineup for South Loop. We'll see Addie Stump for the first time as well as she checks in. Brestol at the line for her second. It is off the mark, no good. Rebound Hurlburt. Arcadia Loop City ball. Nearing 2 minutes left to go in the third. Cox almost traveled with it. Throws it ahead, intended for Panowitz, but pass was off target. It goes out of bounds. Rebels turn it over. South Loop with the ball. Arcadia Loop City 43, South Loop 13. Under 2 minutes to go now here in the third. Bierman works off the high ball screen, gives it up to Brennan. She'll shoot it. Short, no good. Rebound, Panowitz. And then she had it knocked away. Ball still loose, but Arcadia Loop City able to regain control. Loup will send it ahead, gets the return pass, puts it up and scores. Oh no, take it away. They're going to call an offensive foul against Brianna Loup.
That is the definition of a bang-bang play right there. Big collision on the near side block. So wipe away the basket.
Coming in for Arcadia Loop City, Taylon Kushak, freshman, in for the first time. Cox will come out with 1:30 left to go in the third. South Loop with the ball. Jade Bierman had it poked away, able to regain control. Bierman looking for help now. Swings it across to Brennan. Brennan inside Kramer. Kramer in traffic. Hurlbert reaches over the top, forces the jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it to the Rebels.
Great job by Hurlbert, reaching over but not making contact down low to get that jump ball.
Lewick lobs it ahead to Panowitz, but it's high and out of her reach. A turnover by the Rebels.
They were close to having a 3-on-1 situation right there, and it was just the completion of that pass away from working out.
1:11 to go in the quarter. Asa Starr back into the game for South Loop. Starr will dribble to her right, keeps the bounce alive, now loses it. Ball picked up by Hurlbert. Hurlbert trying to outrace Bierman to the offensive end, puts it up and scores. Under a minute to go in the third. Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 13. Stump gets to the rim, puts it up, rolls off the rim, wouldn't go down. Rebound fought for. Hadley, Rademacher, and Brestol both fighting for it. Jump ball will be the call. And it's going to go to who? South Loop will have it. Rebels going to their bench. Kaylee Kurtzals will come in. We'll see Kira Badura into the game. And also checking in for the first time, Savannah Grease. To throw it in, Asa Starr. Starr lobs it in, intended for Wattoon, poked into the hands of Bierman. Jade cut off at the left elbow, gives it to Kramer, and then Cameron took an extra step.
Yeah, just didn't get the ball on the floor quick enough before taking that step.
35.5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Arcadia Loop City with the ball, leading 45-13. They'll send it ahead to Grease. Grease at the top of the key, had it knocked away. Ball loose on the floor, still loose on the floor. And it's now being fought for. What are we going to get called? Jump ball again? Possession arrow will give it to the Rebels. 21 seconds to go here in the third. Shot clock will be off for the remainder of the quarter. Badura to trigger it in. Panowitz has it. Gives it up to Kurtzals. They'll swing it off to Kushak. Pass inside, deflected into the hands of Bierman. Jade going to challenge Kurtzals. Oh, lost it on the hip. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Kurtzals. 4 seconds to go. 3 and now 2. Taken away by Bierman. Bierman will not get a shot off before the buzzer sounds. So we played 3 quarters of basketball here in Arcadia. Your score at the end of 3, Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 13. Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive pivot monitoring and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Sioux Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loop Bobcats.
Now we come back to Arcadia High School, ready to start the fourth quarter. Girls half of our doubleheader. Arcadia Loup City leading it 45-13. Boys game is coming up. Jeremy's got the play-by-play of that one for you later tonight here on KBBN Radio. Don't forget we're live with our video stream as well. You can watch it accompanied by the radio call through the Sand Hills Express Facebook page and YouTube channel. We start the fourth. Pass inside to Kramer. She'll put it up, no good. There to grab it, though, is Stahlbomber. Emma trying to get it up on the rim. Does. No good. And then Kramer crashing the offensive glass is going to draw the foul. Cameron Kramer to the line for South Loop. First one. Rims out, no good.
They got that foul on Cox, her second.
Kramer ready for her second. Cameron toes the line. Second attempt. And she might get another. Oh, it's good. Doesn't matter. May have been a lane violation had she missed it against Arcadia Loup City, but she made it. And now Arcadia Loup City has the ball. Hadley Rademacher will give it up to Kushak, who loses it, taken away by Hagler. Ray Hagler goes around the defender and rejected at the rim by Hadley Rademacher, but back to Asa Starr, who takes a shot, no good. Offensive rebound, South Loop. Stahlbomber in a crowd, lost it. Ball loose on the floor, it's out of bounds off of Arcadia Loup City. So South Loop will keep it. Hagler to throw it in from the baseline as we're just underway here in the fourth. The lob to Kramer, puts it up and scores.
Perfect execution.
Backcourt pressure applied by the Bobcats now. Hadley Rademacher will bring it across midcourt. Now send it ahead, intended for Savannah Grease, but it goes out of bounds, and the ball goes back over to South Loop. Rebels going to substitute 4 new players in. Augustine returns. Hurlburt is back into the game. I think Panowitz came in with that group as well, as did Kaylee Kurtzals. Remaining on the floor, Hadley Rademacher for the Rebels. Brennan trying to bounce it inside to Hagler. Pass was knocked away, but they're going to say that Hagler, I think, was the last one to touch it. So the ball goes back over to the Rebels. Just over a minute gone here in the fourth. Hagler will come out. Bierman will come in to replace her. Arcadia Loup City with the ball. Inbounds pass intended for Panowitz. Can't secure it, though, so Arcadia Loup City turns it over. And it will be South Loop basketball. Brennan to throw it in. Brennan sends it out high to Starr. Asa looking to drive. Wraparound pass intended for Kramer. Now it's loose on the floor. Jump ball called. Possession arrow to the Rebels.
We have yet to play a minute 15 here in this fourth quarter, and I think we've had the possession flip about 8 times.
Kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Hurlburt will lob it ahead to Panowitz. Panowitz tries to enter it into Augustine, knocking away those Stahlbomber. South Loop basketball. Bierman ahead of everybody. Bierman will try to go up with the shot. Lost it. Loose ball picked up by Stahlbomber. Starr, 3. Partially blocked, but into the hands of Bierman. Now it's Brennan who will shoot it. Off the mark, no good. They fight for the board. Into the hands of Kurtzals of Arcadia Loup City, and then she ends up throwing it away as she was just trying to get out of trouble and ended up throwing it off the back side of the backboard. So that's out of bounds. And South Loop will inbound it now with 6:16 left to play. Nelcher Reif back into the game, throws it into Stahlbomber, now out to Brennan. Brennan had it knocked away, able to regain control. Stahlbomber will throw it out to Bierman. Bierman lost it momentarily, able to regain control. Skips it across to right for a three. Bounces around the rim and wouldn't go down. Rebound, Hadley Rademacher. Ahead to Hurlburt. Numbers for Arcadia Loop City, but Hurlburt bobbles the ball and ends up getting whistled for a double dribble.
Well, Arcadia Loop City only had 9 turnovers at halftime. They now have 20, whereas South Loop had 16, and they've only got 23. So it's kind of been the tale of two halves for these two teams.
Oh, man, what a great crossover by Brennan to get down the lane, but just couldn't finish at the rim. But now the long rebound comes out to Rife, and South Loop will have a fresh 35 to work with. Stump with it now, a whistle. And what do we get? We have either a timeout or a foul, and they're going to say that the timeout came first.
Sorry, Brent. That's fortunate for Augustine, because if that foul was on her, she would have been out of the game.
Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor. 5:33 to go. Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 16.
From tune-ups and oil changes all the way to the more serious problems, Grease Automotive in Arcadia can get your vehicle running right. To tame your grass, also see them for grasshopper mowers. In the market for a mower, call Doug at 402-984-4804. Proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Go see Grease Automotive in Arcadia about maintaining or repairing your vehicle, or about purchasing your next mower.
Now we come back to Arcadia High School, 5:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. South Loop with the ball. Brendan to throw it in. Rife handles the inbounds pass, but then steps on the sideline and turns it over. Arcadia Loop City basketball. They'll have it with backcourt pressure applied by South Loop. Now a whistle as Rife runs into Hurlburt at midcourt. And the foul will go against South Loop.
That's the first for Nelcha.
So Arcadia Loop City will inbound it. Kushak back into the game. She'll throw it in for Arcadia Loop City. Throws it into the corner to Cox, out to Hadley Rademacher. Now Kushak, she'll launch it from deep. Off the mark, no good. Rebound into the hands of Emma Stahlbomber. Sends it ahead to Rife. Nelcha Rife leaves it for Stump, and then reaching in to force the jump ball was Taylon Kushak. Possession arrow points to South Loop. Brennan will trigger it in. The lob for Stahlbomber. Emma had it, lost it, ball loose on the floor, and grabbed it by Kurtzals before it went out of bounds, but now she loses it, and now we have a whistle. Foul going to go against Arcadia Loop City.
Third on Kamara Cox.
South Loop to inbound it. Brennan to throw it in from the baseline. Looking, still looking, got to get it in and does. Stump receives the pass, dribbles to her right, keeps the bounce alive, puts up the shot, and draws the foul.
And if that's on Hadley Rademacher, which it is, that is her fourth. So she and Grace Augustine each with 4 fouls for Arcadia Loop City.
Stump to the line, and the free throw is good. 4:53 left to go. Don't forget, boys' game is still to come. Jeremy will have the play-by-play of it for you coming up. Free throw attempt by Stump. Second one is off the back iron, no good. They fight for the board. It goes out of bounds off of who? They're going to say it's off the leg of Cox, so ball goes to South Loop.
And South Loop has outscored Arcadia Loop City 4-0 here in this quarter.
Brennan trying to bounce it to Kramer coming down the lane. Couldn't secure the pass. Good defense by the Rebels. South Loop loses it out of bounds. Arcadia Loop City basketball with 4:50 to go. Inbounds pass comes to Kurtzals. Couldn't secure it, though. Goes off her leg out of bounds and goes back to the Bobcats.
I don't know who wants to keep the ball.
So Kramer will throw it in from the side. Oh, Brendan gets loose, gets to the rim. Oh, great recovery by Panowitz to reject the shot. And then Stump was there. She secured it on the shot attempt. She gets fouled. And Addie will go to the line.
That's the first foul on Kushak.
First one. Off the mark, no good. Hadley Rademacher coming back in for Arcadia Loop City. Savannah Grease will join her. Remaining on the floor, Kurtzals, Panowitz, and Badura for Arcadia Loop City. Free throw no good, and Arcadia Loop City will have the basketball with 4:43 to play. Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 17. As the pass goes ahead to Grease, lost it, and the loose ball picked up by Stump. Addie guarded at midcourt by Panowitz, loses the ball, picked up by Brendan. Brendan trying to get around the defender and does, and scores.
That was a perfect screen set by Kramer.
A steal by Stump puts up the shot, no good. And then Nelcha Reif hitting the offensive glass, gets the board, and draws the foul.
That is going to be the 5th foul on Hadley Rademacher. So she is disqualified from the game, so she'll have to leave.
Coach Caitlin Orton will have to go to her bench, and Cox will come in to replace Hadley Rademacher as Nelcha Reif steps to the free throw line. First one. Got the roll, and it falls through. Second one for Reif. On its way, made them both. Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 21, and now going for a steal is Brennan. Able to knock the ball away, but it goes out of bounds and stays with the Rebels. And now a timeout. Dairy Queen of Broken Bow, timeout on the floor. 4:18 to go. It's Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 21.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season from all of us at Hamilton.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loop City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Now we come back to Arcadia High School. 4:18 left to go in the game. Arcadia Loop City leading 45-21 over South Loop. Girls half of our doubleheader. Boys game is still to come. Backcourt pressure applied by South Loop. Trying to save it from going out of bounds. Panowitz, it's loose on the floor, secured by Brennan. Brennan trying to bounce it inside, has it knocked away and taken away by the Rebels. Panowitz now into the forecourt. Panowitz is going to be fouled, I believe. Stump reaching in, and she'll get called for the personal.
18 different players between these two teams have at least gotten one foul in the contest.
Taking away the ball, Brennan for South Loop. Brennan trying to come to a stop. Just had her momentum carry her one step too far and got whistled for the travel. Arcadia Loop City with the ball. Backcourt pressure applied by the Bobcats. With it, Badura reaching in, trying to rip it away as Stump. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. Boy, love the energy that Addie has brought to the floor for South Loup coming off the bench here tonight. Arcadia Loup City to inbound it. They'll throw it into Panowitz. Panowitz lost it. It's loose again, able to pick it up. Now she's going to find some help, throws it away. Brendan with the steal. Brendan going to get to the rim, and it's knocked away by Panowitz out of bounds. Panowitz with a good recovery defensively, able to break up the play. South Loup basketball. Brendan to throw it in from the baseline. Throws it over the head of Bierman. It's loose into the back court. It'll go out of bounds and go over to the Rebels. 3:30 to go in the game. Good to have you with us. Brent Apperson, Jeremy Scheib with you behind the microphone on KBBN. Jack Simpson with us behind the camera. We're also live with our video stream on Sandhills Express Facebook and YouTube.
I think we just had coffee or water spilled on a scorebook over there on the scores table. That one's going to be a little wrinkly.
Yep. Happens when the ball gets loose and goes into the scores table area. I've had that happen in the announcers area a time or two as well.
That kind of quickly reminds you that caps on bottles are important.
Yes.
I've done the same thing.
Ball is loose. They fight for it. Stump able to come away with it, but now we got a whistle. And they're going to call a foul against Arcadia Loup City. Now South Loup is in the bonus, so Bobcats are shooting 2 the rest of the way. As Addie Stump will go to the free throw line for the Bobcats. First attempt is good.
That is the 5th free throw that Addie has shot in this quarter. Her second make.
Kaylin Kushak coming in for the Rebels. Grease will come out. Stump at the line. Her second is good. Made them both.
Arcadia Loup City has yet to score a point here in this 4th quarter.
Panowitz trying to send it ahead. Intended for Kushak. It's out of bounds, and the Rebels throw it away. Well, listen, Coach Horton has set the majority of her starters here in this 4th quarter, but give South Loup credit. They have played much better here in this 4th quarter as they try to keep cutting into this Arcadia Loup City lead. And Addie Stump, who has, again, given South Loup a lot of energy off the bench in this second half, able to draw the foul and get back to the line. First free throw attempt. Rims off, no good. Kellen Wattoon is into the game now for South Loup. As shooting it is Addie Stump, missed it, and they're going to say it did not draw iron. So the ball will go over to Arcadia Loup City as we have 3 minutes left to go. Inbounds pass Panowitz, poked away from behind. South Loup ball, Stump to the rim, can't finish. Ball loose, Cox has it. Now Panowitz, now a whistle. And we've got a Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor. 2:47 to go in the game. Arcadia Loup City 45, South Loup 23.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
Back to Arcadia High School, side of our girls and boys basketball doubleheader tonight as Arcadia Loup City hosts South Loup. 2:47 to go in the girls' game. Arcadia Loup City leading 45-23. Rebels have the ball. Cox will give it up to Panowitz. Panowitz crossover into the lane, lost it. A whistle, and we got a travel called against the Rebels. So it'll be South Loup basketball. Addie Stump will inbound it to Bierman as Arcadia Loup City picks up the defense in the half court. Into the game now is Jimmy Fletcher for South Loop. Gives it up to Bierman, shoots and scores. Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 25 now. 2:14 left to go in the game, and a takeaway by South Loop. Fletcher will put it up and score. Jimmy Fletcher with the steal in the basket. Now Arcadia Loop City trying to handle this pressure applied by South Loop, and we got a whistle. The Arcadia Loop City's going to turn it over, I believe.
I mean, really, you got to think at this pace. I mean, South Loop could come back in this one. I know they're down 27-45, but they're forcing turnovers like it's their complete job.
And on the lob pass, Bierman handles it and scores. Under 2 minutes to go. Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 29. Dribbling through traffic is Panowitz. Sends it outside to Kurtzals. Ball loose on the floor. Now Kurtzals picks it up. 1:40 left to go, and a takeaway by Bierman. Bierman going to get to the rim. She'll put it up. No good. Rebound fought for. Stump able to secure it for South Loop. Ball did not hit the rim. Shot clock did not reset. At midcourt, Stump will try to send it ahead to Kellen Wattoon, but first a whistle and a Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor. 1:25 to go in the game. Arcadia Loop City 45, South Loop 29.
Ready or not, here comes the chilly season. Are you already noticing some cold drafts coming into your home, chilling the air? Don't make your heating system work harder than it needs to. Talk to Mead Lumber and Broken Bow about insulation solutions to keep the cold where it belongs, outside. The helpful staff at Mead Lumber and Broken Bow can offer solutions that will save you money when the weather gets chilly. Talk to them today, East Highway 2, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Life's better when you're under our roof because we can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Justin at the Justin Thompson Agency at 872-5252 today.
American Family Insurance.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
1:25 left to go in the game. Game one of our doubleheader. Girls game between South Loop and Arcadia Loop City. Bierman gets the pass off the inbounds, gets to the rim, can't score though. Ball loose, secured by Panowitz. Boy, that was a great opportunity for the Bobcats. Just could not finish at the rim. And now we've got a whistle and a foul called in the backcourt.
Yeah, they're going to get this one on Keelan Wattoon, her first.
So Arcadia Loop City will inbound it. They'll throw it into Grease, who's back into the game. Now it's Panowitz. Panowitz down the right side of the lane, lost it, able to regain control. Grease in the corner, back to Panowitz as we near a minute left to go in the game. Panowitz had it knocked away. It's out of bounds, but stays with Arcadia Loop City. And we're down to 60 seconds left to play. They'll throw it into Grease. Grease around the defender, trying to dump it inside to Panowitz, and there to break it up is Bierman of South Loop. Well, love the way the Bobcats have fought here in this fourth quarter as Arcadia Loop City tries to run out the final seconds and preserve their fourth win of the year. Panowitz will drive and shoot. Off the mark, no good. Rebound fought for. Addie Stump coming out of the crowd with it. Sends it ahead to Bierman. Inside, Fletcher layup, no good. Couldn't make it. They fight for the rebound, and now we have a foul called. Foul going to go on South Loop. That's going to be their fourth team foul. So Arcadia Loop City will inbound it as there's 0.6. Oh, no. Take away the shot clock now. South Loop took away the inbounds pass. Bobcats have it. Bierman will shoot. Off the mark, no good. Rebound Fletcher, put back good. 20 seconds to go. Panowitz is going to be fouled by Jade Bierman. Bierman reaching in as Panowitz was trying to receive the inbounds pass. And that'll stop the clock with 15.9 to go, and it will send Panowitz to the line.
And nothing harder to do than go down and shoot free throws after you get kind of swiped across the eye. It looked like Panowitz took a finger to the eye there.
Free throw attempt no good. Well, again, Arcadia Loop City choosing to sit most of their starters for this fourth quarter as Panowitz will shoot the free throw and makes it. And that is the first point of the quarter for Arcadia Loop City. 15 seconds to go. Jimmy Fletcher picks up the dribble, sends it off to Bierman with 8 to go. Off to Fletcher, 6 to go. Stump, 4 to go. 3 to go. Stump had the ball knocked away. Fletcher picks it up. She will not get a shot off. Your final score, Arcadia Loop City 46, South Loop 31. Jeremy Shipe is totaling up the final numbers. He'll come back and share them after this.
Recover your health. If you are suffering from an illness, surgery, or injury, Team Physical Therapy can get you back on your feet again with today's most advanced physical therapy treatments. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapists evaluate and treat a wide range of physical conditions. Team Physical Therapy is committed to a timely and effective recovery for each of our patients. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Winter sports apparel and a clearance going on right now at Gear for Sports in Broken Bow. Save 40% off winter apparel items. There are hoodies, sweatpants, stocking hats, gloves, and more. If it's winter apparel, it's simple. It's on sale. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. The savings in the clothing will make you feel warm inside. At Geared for Sports during the winter clearance on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
If you've got an upgrade, remodel, or new construction project on your mind for the year, now is the time to get it scheduled with Duda Plumbing. Scott and Colton specialize in remodels, new build plumbing, and advanced sewer video inspections. They provide friendly, reliable service to Broken Bow and nearby communities. And yes, they can handle septic plumbing when you need it. Plan ahead and get on the calendar today with Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
A new year means new plans and a fresh start for your savings. At Custer Federal State Bank, we believe hard work deserves a safe place to grow. Whether you're saving for the farm, the family, or the future, our savings accounts are built for folks who value trust, service, and hometown banking. Start the year off right with neighbors who know you by name. Stop by Custer Federal State Bank today or visit us online. Custer Federal State Bank, your hometown bank, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Put your tax refund to work at Gateway Motors. Every eligible vehicle comes back with their lifetime powertrain limited warranty on vehicles within 7 model years or brand new with under 70,000 miles at no extra cost. Use that refund and drive something new like a brand new Chevrolet Trax with little to no money down and payments around $350 a month for well-qualified buyers. Bad credit, no credit, or great credit, they finance everyone. Don't forget the famous Gateway Motors First-Time Buyers Program. Just give them a call and ask, how does the Gateway Motors First-Time Buyers Program work? Gateway Motors, your gateway to the road ahead.
Final score in the girls' half of our doubleheader. Arcadia Loop City wins it over South Loop 46-31 to pick up their 4th win of the season. And with your final numbers, here's Jeremy.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. Well, in the 4th quarter, South Loop and some of their bench players trying to come out there and make a game of it late, but despite outscoring Arcadia Loop City 18-1 in the 4th quarter, this was looking like a Rebel win for much of this contest. The Rebels were led by Jillian Hurlbert with 15, 12 for Taylor Obermiller. 10 of those 12 points were scored in the first half. 6 points by Hadley Rademacher, 4 apiece for Grace Augustine and Morgan Rademacher, 3 for Tenley Panowitz, and Brianna Lewick put in 2 to round out the Rebel scoring. For South Loop, lots of people getting into the scorebook. Nobody in double figures, though. Cameron Kramer had 6 of her 9 points in the first half. 5 points by Jade Bierman. 4 of those came in the 4th quarter. 4 points apiece for Jimmy Fletcher and Gracie Brennan. 3 points by Addie Stump, 2 for Nelcha Reif, and 1 apiece for Asa Starr and Tyra Brestel. Team stats, 6 of 8 from the free throw line were the Rebels, compared to South Loop's 15 of 32. Rebounding edge went the way of South Loop, 28-24. Both teams with plenty of turnovers by my mark unofficially. But Arcadia Loup City gets the victory, notches that 4th win of the season by a score of 46-31, led by Jillian Hurlbert with 15 and Taylor Obermiller with 12.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. Well, the boys' game is coming up next. We'll transition to it after these words on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Fort County Boutique in Arnold is proud to help support the South Loop Bobcats in all that they do. Fort County Boutique is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 until 5 and Saturdays from 10 until 3. You'll find quality clothing as well as products and merchandise made by locals. Items like jewelry, soaps, chocolates, and more await you at the Fort County Boutique. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date with new items. Glad to help cheer on the South Loop Bobcats and proud to sponsor this broadcast. Fort County Boutique on Main Street in Arnold.
Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected. With locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte, go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is the place to call for all of your insurance needs, offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, Loup City, Nebraska. Give them a call at 745-1097 or visit myInspartners.com.
The staff at South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, are proud of the South Loop Bobcats. New patients are always welcome. They understand that healthcare is evolving and are committed to providing local access to high-quality care by continuing to invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology. Their specialty is primary care. Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics cheering on the South Loop Bobcats.
Agribest Feeds of Callaway is your source for all things ranching. They have what you need as calving comes around, including ear tags, vet supplies, windscreens, go lights, milk replacer, Royal Heat calf warmers, and more. They also carry Powder River and Charter livestock equipment, and their Sweet Pro lick tubs, Fresh Start, and Redmond Salt provide your animals with the outstanding nutrition they need. Check out their new Room and Edge livestock tubs behind the Community Center in Callaway or at 836-2298. Agribest Feeds of Callaway.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Johnson Hunt and Fish is a proud supporter of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels. Located on South Highway 58 in Loup City, stop by and talk to them about what they can offer you for your outdoor hunting and fishing adventures. Whether it be bait for finding the big catch, new fishing equipment, or buy-sell trade of guns, they look forward to serving you Monday through Sunday, 8 to 5. Johnson Hunt and Fish, sponsors of this broadcast, wishing the Arcadia Loup City Rebels good luck.
And again, we want to say thank you to all of the great businesses we have sponsoring our broadcast tonight. those who were sponsoring radio coverage of the girls' game earlier, continuing to support our coverage of the boys' game, and joining us for the boys' game for radio coverage, Ford County Boutique. We appreciate them helping us with our coverage of high school sports tonight. Not only are we live on the radio tonight, we're also live with our video stream through Sandhills Express on the Facebook page and YouTube channel. And we want to say thanks to our video stream sponsors tonight. They include BD, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, Agland ATV, Palmer Monument, Insurance of the Heartland, H&R Block, Colligan, Meat Lumber of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, the Garden Center, Downey Drilling, 450 Ag, Agribest Feeds, Ag Curate Technologies, Callaway Market, First State Insurance, and Norder Supply. Boys' half of our doubleheader will be coming up at South Loop versus Arcadia Loop City, live on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Cusack Lumber and Supply is your hometown source for quality materials and friendly service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They're ready to help with any project, from materials and additions to brand new builds. Check out their post frame and complete building packages if you're starting from the ground up. And for farmers and ranchers, they stock everything from tanks to fencing supplies. Cusack Lumber and Supply is proud to bring you this sports broadcast.
Need auto parts? Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loup City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loup City. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loup City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel in Loup City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. You will find the restaurant at Colony Inn open for winter from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, just closed Tuesdays, and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you're on the go, call for takeout. Their fried chicken is a must-try. The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loup City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company. Your community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow offers delicious food in a family-friendly atmosphere. Don't miss daily lunch specials and the Sunday buffet. Open 6 until 4. Need a quick bite? Express breakfast is 6 to 11 Monday to Friday, and express lunch is 11 to 2. On the go? Pick up a ready-to-go casserole for busy nights. For evening cravings, visit Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Open Monday through Saturday from 5 to 10 with specials, appetizers, and snacks. It's all waiting for you on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is proud to support our local student athletes and help bring you the action when you can't be there in person. When it comes to fixing cars, the bearded guys at A1 are kind of like mechanical wizards, just with wrenches instead of magic wands. Trust them. You'd much rather they have a wrench than a magic wand. They'll have your car running smoothly and get you back on the road in no time. Stop by 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold. Call 308-848-2542 or click A1AutoRepairInc.com.
Trotter Fertilizer is happy to help bring you this broadcast of high school sports. They are proud to support the Arcadia Loop City Rebels in all that they do. Trotter Fertilizer provides fertilizer, chemicals, custom application, grain storage, propane, and more to Central Nebraska. Contact them today and they'll start helping you with your operation. Trotter Fertilizer in Arcadia and Loop City, helping bring you this sports broadcast.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Sioux Cup and Beehive Ag Connection. Well, every time there's a timeout on the floor during our broadcast tonight, it's a perfect time to plan your next trip to Dairy Queen in Broken Bow to try a delicious blizzard for the season. Traditional sundaes, cones, and shakes, or hot burgers, chicken strips, fries, cheese curds, and more. Visit them on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Every time there's a timeout on the floor tonight, it'll be brought to you by the Dairy Queen of Broken Bow. Getting ready to hand things over to Jeremy Shipe. He'll have the call of the boys game coming up. Don't forget, we have more high school basketball coverage for you on the air later this week. On Thursday, we will feature again South Loup as they go on the road to take on Ansley Litchfield for another area matchup. Girls game will tip at 6. Boys game will follow. We'll do the same setup, have radio on KBBN FM and video through Sandhills Express. And then yours truly, I'll be going to Gothenburg for you on Thursday night. We'll cover Broken Bow girls and boys basketball on our sister station, KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com, as the Indians take on the Swedes in a Southwest Conference regular season matchup. Girls game will tip at 6. Boys game will follow. Broken Bow versus Gothenburg Thursday night on KCNI Radio. They continue to take their pregame warm-ups. We've got the tip coming up. Arcadia Loup City versus South Loup next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loup Bobcats.
From tune-ups and oil changes all the way to the more serious problems, Grease Automotive in Arcadia can get your vehicle running right. To tame your grass, also see them for grasshopper mowers. In the market for a mower, call Doug at 402-984-4804. Proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Go see Grease Automotive in Arcadia about maintaining or repairing your vehicle or about purchasing your next mower.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season from all of us at Hamilton.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team. Four County Boutique in Arnold is proud to help support the South Loup Bobcats in all that they do. Four County Boutique is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 until 5 and Saturdays from 10 until 3. You'll find quality clothing as well as products and merchandise made by locals. Items like jewelry, soaps, chocolates, and more await you at the Four County Boutique. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date with new items. Glad to help cheer on the South Loup Bobcats and proud to sponsor this broadcast. Four County Boutique on Main Street in Arnold.
Welcome back to Arcadia as we're a few minutes away from getting the starting lineups announced to those here in attendance. Good crowd on hand. One side of the stands is one side of the gym rather is all the stands available to folks that come to take in basketball games here in Arcadia, and they're essentially full. It's pretty tight in here, so good group of people have traveled from the communities of Callaway and Arnold and surrounding to take in these basketball games. First game went the way of Arcadia Loup City. Second game we will find out the result of here shortly as we kind of get you started by taking a look at these two boys teams here this evening. We'll start with the visiting South Loup Bobcats. They've won 4 of their last 7. There are 2 of those wins against a 3-11 Maxwell squads, but they won those by a considerable amount of points each time. They also got a win at Brady just not that long ago, a few days ago on the 17th. This is a squad, Brent, that I think really leans on players that have been a part of the rotation heavily for several years. You look at the senior squad for South Loup, and they've played considerable minutes for Coach Cole for a while now.
Yeah, they have. You know, you're talking about guys like Dylan Pandorf, Crew Wattoon, Connor Paulson. Those are kind of the 3 that immediately come to my mind. And, yeah, they've played a lot of basketball. So, yeah, they have certainly been the leaders this year. And those 3 guys are certainly the ones that just kind of lead this team. And they'll have to be good here tonight against a pretty quality Rebel squad.
Dylan Pandorf leads the Bobcats with just over 16 points a game. Crew Wattoon right at 15 a game. Connor Paulson at double digits at 10 a game as well. Crew leads the Bobcats in rebounding with almost 10 per game. Brent mentioned the Arcadia Loup City Rebels. They've got a junior in Eli Jackson who kind of paces things for them on both sides of the floor when it comes to scoring and then also offensive and defensive rebounding. He leads the Rebels in both of those categories. We mentioned players that we've called the name out of for several years for South Loup. That's kind of the case with Arcadia Loup City in Tice Calrose and Eli Jackson. Ryan Cashlin in there as well. They've all had considerable playing time for Coach Abe.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Jackson's numbers, having a great season. Tice Calrose, tell you, I don't know if there's anybody quicker on the floor than what you'll see from him tonight. I mean, this guy can really get up and down. I'm excited to see the pace tonight. You know, South Loop's not afraid to get out and run with some of the athletes that they have. You think about matchups, I hope we get Paulson and Calrose matched up a few times tonight at that guard position because those 2 guys are really quick.
Could be a lot of fun to see on both sides of the floor for sure. Wins for Arcadia Loup City, a little bit more scattered throughout the entirety of the season as compared to South Loup. Their last win came on the 9th of January against Central City. That was a 30-point victory. They are coming off a couple of losses to Shelton and then at Riverside. Now, Riverside's a 9-4 team that the Rebels played pretty close to within 6 points. Arcadia Loup City is 6-6 on the season. South Loup is 4-8. Let's take a look at your South Loup starting lineups brought to you by 4 County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. 4 County Heating and Air in Broken Bow, 308-872-2258. Bobcats starting lineups look this way. Dylan Pandorf is a 6'3 senior. Connor Paulson, a 5'9 senior. Hudson Vickers, a 6'1 freshman. Malachi Neff, a 6'3 junior. And Crew Wattoon, a 6'3 senior. Head coach is Jeff Cole. He's assisted by Mike Waverka and Travis Sherbet. Now the starting lineups for the Arcadia Loup City Rebels, brought to you by Joe's Market in Loup City, your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. Visit them on O Street in Loup City soon, and visit joesmarketlc.com for ad specials, recipes, and more. Arcadia Loup City goes this way. Isaac Fitzgerald, 6'1 freshman. Tice Calrose, 5'9 senior. Brogan Setlick, a 6-foot-tall senior. Ryan Cashlin, a 5'9 senior, and Dominic Barnes, a 6'2 junior. The ball is up, and the tip is won by the Bobcats of South Loup as Paulson brings it into the front court. Goes right side as we open this game with a South Loup Bobcats possession. Paulson between the rings, takes a couple of dribbles, now goes back over left side to Hudson Vickers. In the corner, it goes to Crew with Toon. Skip pass up to Paulson, ball above the head. Vickers now over left side, and it's picked off. The quick movement of Ryan Cashlin picked it off, but South Loop takes it right back. Paulson head up and threw it right back away. So we trade a few turnovers, but have yet to see any points go on the board. Arcadia Loop City with their opening possession here in the half court. Tice Callarose with the basketball off to Fitzgerald. Back to Callarose. A little bit of a head fake. Drives to the high post. Triple team there. Kicks it out to Brogan Setlick. Takes a long three. And the miss is pulled down by Crew Watoon. Paulson into the front court. Still scoreless. Over a minute gone here in this first quarter. As Arcadia Loop City tried to get a turnover there. Brogan Setlick couldn't save it in. It'll be Bobcats ball on the baseline. 25 on the shot clock as Paulson keys it in for the Bobcats. Slap of the basketball into Crew with Toon. Pulls the three, left it long. Arcadia Loop City with the weak side defensive board. Fitzgerald with the basketball to Callarose over left side. They try to skip it over the head of Crew with Toon, but he pulls it away for the turnover, but Pandorf will give it right back as he got into the front court, lost his footing, and the ball shoots out of bounds.
Yeah, each team just having a little bit of difficulty taking care of the basketball, getting into their offensive sets right now.
Callarose into the front court. Now they go in the corner to Jackson. Eli Jackson throws it back to Callarose. Skips it right side. Fitzgerald with the three-pointer off the back rim and out. Skying high for the defensive board, Hudson Vickers. Here comes South Loop. Pandorf in the far short corner. Skips it up to Vickers. Now Paulson just right of center. Callarose on him as Paulson backs it out and calls out a play. 2 minutes gone, still scoreless here in the first quarter in the boys' game of South Loop and Arcadia Loop City. Watoon between the rings, left side for Paulson. Connor pulls the three and hits. All the wait was worth it for South Loop as Connor Paulson knocks home a three-pointer. Jackson with it, skips it over to Fitzgerald. Isaac Fitzgerald takes it to the glass but missed it. Crew Watoon the defensive board. South Loop on the 3-0 lead, looking to extend it. Vickers on the right side, up top to Paulson, feeling it, and splashes home another three. It's 6-0 South Loop.
Connor Paulson with the hot hand early. All six for South Loop, both coming from beyond the arc.
Fitzgerald plays catch with Callarose a little bit, stops at the far high post, back out to Fitzgerald, jab step, drives in, cut off there by Neff. Arcadia Loop City works the perimeter. Jackson gets it in the corner. The three from Ryan Cashlin won't go. Weak side rebound pulled out of there by Fitzgerald. Goes back up with it. Missed it off of the rim. Watoon the defensive board.
Fitzgerald's had a couple of good looks, just not able to get anything to fall yet.
Post entry to Pandorf, swiped away by Eli Jackson. Quickly the other way comes Ryan Cashlin. Had it swiped away by a very good hustle play from Connor Paulson. It'll be a baseline inbound for the Rebels.
Yeah, tremendous hustle defensively by Paulson. Looked like Cashlin was going to get the easy layup, but Paulson able to hustle back and break up the play.
Jackson throws it up top. Receiving it there is Setlick off to Callarose. Callarose in the corner. That's skipped over to Eli Jackson. Takes a three-pointer, won't go. And the defensive board to Hudson Vickers. Crew Watoon on the left side. A little bit of a shot fake. Swiped away by Jackson. Controls it. Cutting. Paulson. Score it and one. A beautiful cut to the hoop right down the middle of the floor by Connor Paulson. And he has an opportunity to score his 9th point at the free throw line.
Well, he's knocked down 2 threes in the game. Now a chance to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Goes off the back rim and out. Neff skies in for the rebound, but Callarose ties him up. Possession arrow favors the Rebels. Eli Jackson brings it forward and into the front court. Goes left side to Callarose. Callarose goes farther to the left to Setlick, skips it over to Jackson. Touch pass into Cashlin. Back over left side to Setlick. Missed the three-pointer. Defensive board pulled out of there by Pandorf. Dylan Pandorf centers it with the point guard, Paulson. Goes right side over to Vickers. Hudson in the short corner to Wittoon. Skip pass over to Paulson. Ball above the head. One dribble. Goes left side to Neth. Paulson left side. Wittoon in the lane. Shot fake. Fouled on the drive up the left side of the floor.
Looks like they're going to get Setlick on the reach-in for Arcadia Loop City.
Not many fouls whistled in this game. That was just the second foul whistled between these two teams as Pandorf misses the corner three. Pulling down the rebound, Arcadia Loop City. Eli Jackson up the right-hand side of the floor to Setlick. Jump pass over to Cashlin. Now in the corner, it's Callarose. Missed it off the rim. On the offensive board, Arcadia Loop City's Colton Friesen pulled it up, but couldn't make it. Second board goes the way of South Loop, and they're in the half court. 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. South Loop up 8-0. Paulson left side to Wittoon in the corner. Ball above the head, back to Paulson. South Loop, good patient offense as Hudson Vickers loses the dribble on the right side. Paulson head fake, shoots it up on the right side of the lane, won't go. Eli Jackson pulls down the miss. Cashlin in the front court, works against Paulson, backs it out of there. Paulson did good to get back quickly for South Loop. Now Callarose left side, pulls a three-pointer and hits a much-needed three-pointer for Arcadia Loop City from Mr. Callarose. Hudson Vickers up to Paulson to answer. No, off the front of the rim and out. Callarose the rebound. 2-on-1. Ditches it to Cashlin, who goes glass and scores another two.
Yeah, beautiful 2-on-1 break as Arcadia Loop City has scored 5 in a row.
Back the other way. A miss from Vickers, and it's going to go back to Arcadia Loop City as it was touched out of bounds by the Bobcats. So here come the Rebels all of a sudden. Neth will take a seat for South Loop. Coming in for him is Caleb Furrow, the 6'2 senior. Not many substitutions between these two teams early in this game. Callarose jump pass over to Jackson. Setlick, quick trigger in the corner. He knocks home a three-pointer, and we're knotted at 8. Just like that, Arcadia Loop City Rebels storming back into this one in the first quarter. A Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor. 1:47 to go here in the first. We're tied at 8.
Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected. With locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte. Go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
Welcome back to Arcadia. Well, the first 6 and change of this game went the way of South Loop, but the final 45 seconds of clock time have been all Arcadia Loop City.
Yeah, it took the Rebels over 5 minutes to finally score, but they've scored in bunches, scoring 8 in a row.
Furrow trapped in the corner. Callarose comes away with it, goes glass, and is fouled. Callarose, he really pushes the pace, as we talked about in the pregame. A lot of speed out there for Arcadia Loop City, and not only speed, but not afraid to get involved and get physical when they are having their foot on that gas pedal. Callarose misses the first.
Foul, by the way, was whistled on Connor Paulson of South Loop, his first, team's first.
Tice Callarose, the 5'9 senior, to try a second shot. This one rattles in, and Arcadia Loop City takes their first lead of the contest at 9-8. Crew Watoon with the bounce into the front court. Skies it high, but too high for Dylan Pandorf. On the football field, that usually goes the other way around. Pandorf throwing it to Watoon, but that time Watoon overshot his quarterback.
And that is the 6th turnover in this first quarter for South Loup.
Jackson with it right side, off to Calaros, back to Jackson right side. Looked at Setlick, looked at the skip pass. Instead, it's Calaros. They play catch at the top. Now Setlick in the corner, takes another three from there, left it long. Paulson, the defensive board on the weak side. Connor Paulson into the front court, lobs it for Watoon, now gets it back. Over right side to Furrow. Threw it too hard across the lane and out of bounds. Turnover back to the Rebels. Just a couple possessions left here in this first quarter as there's 58 seconds showing on the clock. Rebels lead it 9-8. Their basketball. Jackson with it left side from the volleyball spike line up to Cashlin. Now gets it back. Cashlin right side. Playing catch with Jackson. Trying to insert it inside. Can't quite get it there as Furrow is playing good defense inside for the Bobcats. They go in the corner to Fitzgerald. Three is long. Fight for the rebound is won by Cashlin. Jackson, jump pass intercepted by Crew Watoon. 22 seconds for the Bobcats to operate with. Shot clock is off. Paulson with it on the right side. Hands it off to Tyson Shacker, who checked in recently. Furrow with it left side, now Watoon. 5 seconds on the clock. Throws it inside to Pandorf, lost it. Taken away by Arcadia Loup City as time expires. So South Loup came out strong to start this one. Scored the first 8 points of the game, but Arcadia Loup City scored the last 9 of the quarter, and they take their 9-8 lead to the second here on KBBN Radio.
Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is the place to call for all of your insurance needs, offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, is happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency, an Insight partner, Loup City, Nebraska. Give them a call at 745-1097 or visit myInspartners.com.
The staff at South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Welcome back to Arcadia as Arcadia Loup City leads it as we put 8 minutes up on the clock to start this second quarter. Oh, even on the scoreboard, Brent, but I think even in a lot of other categories as well, these teams seem to match up really well.
Yeah, they do. The one category that they're not even in, South Loop's 8 turnovers compared to 3 for Arcadia Loup City.
Crew Watoon missed the hook shot, but on the fight for the rebound, a foul going to go against South Loop's Crew Watoon. And 8 seconds into this second quarter, Arcadia Loup City will get their first possession.
For Crew, just his first personal foul.
Calaros trapped, does well to throw out of it, but throws too strong for Setlick, who can't track it down. And it's a turnover back to South Loop. All 8 points belong to their point guard, Connor Paulson, who brings it into the front court against Calaros. Goes over far side to Vickers. Now left side Watoon, looking in for Pandorf. Pandorf turns, squares up against Setlick, has to pass it out of there. Now Paulson with it left side. Connor, a couple of dribbles. Far side over to Vickers. Back to Paulson, high post look to Neff, hands it off. Covered extremely well by Arcadia Loup City. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pandorf over to Watoon, goes to the drive, shoots it up, and got it to go off the glass. That was far from easy.
Yeah, what a move by Watoon. Realized where the shot clock was, made a move, and able to score.
Calrose left side, gives it up to Cashlin, tries to get it back. It finds its way through there. Paulson got a hand on it. Now Calrose left side, just lost it out of bounds. A little bit too much speed, and Calrose turns it over. South Loop took back the lead with that make the last time down. Up 10-9, looking to extend that lead. Lineup right now is Pandorf, Paulson, Vickers, Wittoon, and Neff. Vickers with it left side, ball above the head. The trap comes in and forces a turnover. Arcadia Loop City in the front court. Fitzgerald with the bounce, kicks it out. Three-pointer up by Barnes, would not go. Weak side rebound, Crew Wittoon. Paulson up the right-hand side of the floor, skips it over to Crew. Little head fake, had it slapped away, and the key word there, slapped. A foul coming against the Rebels.
I think they're going to call the reach-in on Ryan Cashlin, and that is his first.
Paulson to key it in, lobs it for Wittoon. On the lob, he doesn't even come down with it. Crew Wittoon scores 2. It's 12-9 South Loop.
Beautiful play on the inbounds by South Loop. Wittoon has all 4 of South Loop's points in this quarter.
Cashlin to answer from 3. We're tied up at 12 apiece as he rattles one home.
The third 3 of this half knocked down by the Rebels.
Paulson skips it over to Vickers. Throws it ahead to Paulson in the front court. The trap comes. Paulson dribbles out of it very well. Goes over in the corner to Neff. Threw it away into the hands of Eli Jackson. 1-on-4, doesn't matter. Jackson missed the layup though as Neff got the rebound. He stepped on the baseline. Arcadia Loop City will keep possession on this end.
Yeah, you can tell Eli a little bit frustrated. Boy, had the easy layup, just could not get it to go through the hoop.
Jackson to key it in, gets it into Cashlin. Can he do it again? He can! Another three-pointer, just 3 feet to the left of his last one. Arcadia Loop City up 15-12.
And Cashlin has all 6 in this quarter for the Rebels.
South Loop in the front court. Wittoon drives at the free throw line, missed the shot in the lane. The rebound to Tyson Shacker, and a foul is called away from the ball, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. He was calling it like it was a slap, maybe a reach-in, but the foul anyway is going to go against Cashlin, and that is his second all of a sudden.
5:12 to go here, first half. Arcadia Loop City leads it 15-12. South Loop ball. Shacker saves it inbounds to Pandorf. Gives it back up to Shacker. Centers the basketball, goes left side to Paulson. Connor Paulson, one jab step, drives into the lane. Oh, nice drive. Got the roll and the foul. An absolutely perfect jump stop in the lane through a triple team in contact. He's looking for another and one.
Boy, Paulson's had a great opening half. Now in double figures with 10 to lead the Bobcats.
He can tie it up with the make here. And he does. 15 all. We're not even halfway through this second quarter.
And that foul, by the way, was on Brogan Setlick of Arcadia Loop City, his second.
Jackson with it right side, looking for a 3, won't go. Nice rebound from Fitzgerald inside. Arcadia Loop City basketball, but now it's turned over. Up in ahead of everybody is Pandorf. Eli Jackson, great defensive effort. Gets back, gets Pandorf to turn it over off of his knee. Hustle is definitely in the DNA of these two teams. Fitzgerald, threw it away. One of those I thought you were going to zig when you in fact zagged at situations with Eli Jackson. And it's Bobcats basketball.
7th turnover for Arcadia Loop City.
South Loop basketball. 4:20 to go here first half. We're tied at 15 apiece. Crew Wittoon in the short corner into Pandorf. Nice cut across the lane, missed the layup though. Vickers, the offensive board, got the friendly roll here in Arcadia to put South Loup up by 2. Inside, Arcadia Loup City goes into the hands of Dominic Barnes, who has his shot rejected by Crew Watoon, who filled the lane perfectly.
South Loup doing a good job on the glass here in this first half, out rebounding Arcadia Loup City at the moment, 10-7.
Jackson throws it into Fitzgerald, goes around Pandorf, shoots it from 10, wouldn't go. Nice rebound inside by South Loup's Hudson Vickers. Paulson up the right-hand side to Shacker, now left side Vickers, into Watoon, double team there. Watoon turns, has to throw it out of there to Vickers. With the right side is Paulson. Now Pandorf, touch pass into Watoon. It's knocked out of bounds off the hands of Colton Friesen, the 6'4 Rebel Jr.
Yeah, really good defense being played by Friesen down low against Crew Watoon in the post.
Paulson looking for someone, throws it up top to Vickers. Back to Paulson, wide open 3, missed it long. Rebound pulled down by Eli Jackson. And I think they're going to get Vickers in his back on the fight for the rebound. Wait, Eli Jackson, you want speed and you want ups. That young man's got him.
Yeah, he went high for that board, and you're right, Vickers did get whistled for the personal. His first personal foul, second team foul against South Loup in the quarter.
Jackson up the right-hand side of the floor to Calaros, who's back in there. Fitzgerald drives baseline, cut off. Jackson, nice ball fake. Gives it up to Calaros. Now left side, three-pointer put up and missed by Dominic Barnes. One and done, South Loup, the defensive board. Shacker with it, right side, working against Barnes. Now they go left side to Vickers. Back up top to Paulson between the rings. Now Shacker right side. South Loup works the perimeter, trying to get it into Watoon. A drive from Paulson, and a foul is called. Barnes and Calaros were in the area. Going to get this one on Tice Calaros.
And that is the fourth team foul against Arcadia Loup City in the quarter.
Arcadia, sorry, Brent.
I'm sorry, just going to say first personal against Calaros.
Pandorf, a 3 from the corner off the front of the rim, and now Vickers skies high for the rebound. Tyson Shacker on the right side, gives it up to Vickers. Now left side Watoon, touch pass, goes inside to Pandorf. Beautiful cut inside, and it's a 19-15 lead for South Loup on the road.
First basket of the game for South Loup's leading scorer.
Calaros at the top of the key. Pandorf got a hand on it. Calaros tracked it down. Ball's on the floor again. Paulson comes away with it, gives it up to Pandorf. Jump stop, shoots it up, missed it. Shacker, the weak side board, powers one up, would not go. Cashlin, the defensive board. Eli Jackson on the right-hand side. Threw it away. Pandorf, I don't know how he contorted his body to grab that ball, but he did. 2 minutes to go here, first half. South Loup with the basketball, enjoying a 4-point lead. Vickers to the short corner. Watoon missed it. Cashlin, the defensive board, ahead to Jackson. Now in the corner, they go to Fitzgerald. Missed the 3 long, weak side rebound. Battle won by Crew Watoon defensively. Paulson will slow it up, and he sucks some air into the lungs. I think all the players on the floor appreciate the little miniature rest. Watoon, high post look. Back out to Shacker. Paulson, corner 3. Missed it. Crew Watoon, a big-time board inside. Now a 3-2, long 2 by Vickers doesn't go. Cashlin, the board, and a timeout called by Coach Habe of Arcadia Loup City. Dairy Queen of Broken Bow, timeout on the floor. A perfect time to plan your next trip to Dairy Queen and Broken Bow for a delicious blizzard for the season. Traditional sundaes, cones, and shakes, or hot burgers, chicken strips, fries, cheese curds, and more. Visit them on West Highway 2, Broken Bow. Back after this.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, are proud of the South Loop Bobcats. New patients are always welcome. They understand that healthcare is evolving and are committed to providing local access to high-quality care by continuing to invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology. Their specialty is primary care. Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics cheering on the South Loop Bobcats.
Welcome back to Arcadia. Minute 14 to go here in the first half. Stick around for halftime. Brent will have a look at those halftime numbers. Here are the boys' game. Set play out of the timeout. They were trying to enter it down inside to Dominic Barnes, but it got knocked out of bounds off of a Bobcat. It'll stay Rebels basketball. Cashlin from the left side splashes home a three. Boy, that quick trigger pulls Arcadia Loop City to within one.
And Cashlin has all 9 points for the Rebels in this quarter, all from beyond the arc.
Crew Watoon scored it, but they called a charge.
Yep, take away the bucket. Second personal foul against Watoon.
I thought I dropped something on the ground, and I think when I dropped this rubber band, somebody else must have dropped something. I thought it was something that had some substance to it. So I saw the rubber band but heard something heavier. Cashlin in the half court for Arcadia Loop City, pulled away by Pandorf. Shacker ahead to Paulson in the front court. 35 seconds to go first half. South Loop with the 19-18 lead, and a foul is whistled.
Yeah, they try the entry into Malachi Neth, and then reaching over the top was Dominic Barnes, who picks up his first personal foul, but that is the 5th team foul against Arcadia Loop City, so that sends Neth to the line.
He knocks home the first. Your friends at Clank Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. You can reach them at 308-872-6810. Clank Financial, downtown Broken Bow, 940 South D Street. Neth makes the second, goes 2 for 2, and now South Loop almost gets a turnover. Cashlin tracks it down. 22 seconds to go, first half. Eli Jackson to Cashlin. Can he do it again? He can't. Rebound is pulled down by Arcadia Loop City, but the putback would not go for Brogan Setlick. 9 seconds as South Loop brings it into the front court. Far side with it is Vickers. Vickers being hounded, gets it to Shacker, who put up a shot after it was tipped into the backcourt. It was partially blocked, and time expires on the first half. South Loop will take the halftime lead, 21-18, into the locker room over Arcadia Loop City. We'll step away. When we come back, Brent will have a look at those halftime numbers on KBBN Radio and Sand Hills Express video.
Agribest Feeds of Callaway is your source for all things ranching. They have what you need as calving comes around, including ear tags, vet supplies, windscreens, goat lights, milk replacer, Royal Heat calf warmers, and more. They also carry Powder River and Charter livestock equipment, and their Sweet Pro lick tubs, Fresh Start, and Redmond Salt provide your animals with the outstanding nutrition they need. Check out their new Room and Edge livestock tubs behind the Community Center in Callaway or at 836-2298. Agribest Feeds of Callaway.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season, and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Johnson Hunt and Fish is a proud supporter of the Arcadia Loop City Rebels. Located on South Highway 58 in Loop City, stop by and talk to them about what they can offer you for your outdoor hunting and fishing adventures. Whether it be bait for finding the big catch, new fishing equipment, or buy-sell trade of guns, they look forward to serving you Monday through Sunday, 8 to 5. Johnson Hunt and Fish, sponsors of this broadcast, wishing the Arcadia Loop City Rebels good luck.
Cusack Lumber and Supply is your hometown source for quality materials and friendly service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They're ready to help with any project, from materials and additions to brand new builds. Check out their post frame and complete building packages if you're starting from the ground up. And for farmers and ranchers, they stock everything from tanks to fencing supplies. Cusack Lumber and Supply is proud to bring you this sports broadcast.
Need auto parts? Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loup City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loup City. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loup City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel in Loup City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. You will find the restaurant at Colony Inn open for winter from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, just closed Tuesdays, and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you're on the go, call for takeout. Their fried chicken is a must-try. The Colony Inn Restaurant and Motel, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Welcome back to Arcadia. South Loop on the road here at Arcadia Loop City. With the lead here at the half, 21-18. With a look at your halftime numbers, here's Brent.
All right, Jeremy, thanks. Good for opening half. Close, tight half, back and forth we went. South Loop trailed by a point at the end of one, but then able to outscore Arcadia Loop City 13-9 in the second quarter to take a 21-18 lead here at the half. One of the categories that really stands out to you, turnovers. Each team has kind of struggled taking care of the basketball a little bit. Some of them unforced, but the majority of them really have been forced. Two great defenses going at it here in the first half. Unofficially, Arcadia Loop City turns it over 10 times in half number one. South Loop turns it over 11. Just 3 players in the scorebook in the first half for Arcadia Loop City, and they were led by Ryan Cashlin, who got hot in the second quarter and really kind of kept Arcadia Loop City in it in that second 8 minutes. He had all 9 of Arcadia Loop City's second quarter points as he knocked down 3 threes in the quarter. He finished with 11 in the first half to lead the way for the Rebels. Tice Calrose has 4 points, and Brogan Setlick knocked down a 3, and those are the 3 scores for Arcadia Loop City here in the first half. Meanwhile, for South Loop, they were led by Connor Paulson. Connor was red hot in the first quarter. He was the only player that scored for South Loop in the first quarter, had 8 points in the first 8 minutes, added 3 in the second quarter. Connor Paulson with 11 in the opening half to lead the way for South Loop. Rest of the South Loop scoring crew with Toon with 4 points. Dylan Pandorf has 2, Hudson Vickers with 2, and Malachi Neth with 2 points for South Loop. Arcadia Loop City, 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the first half. South Loop goes 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. On the boards, South Loop really strong on the glass, out-rebounding Arcadia Loop City at the half, 17-11. Again, your score at the half. South Loop over Arcadia Loop City, 21-18.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll chat a little bit about the second half ahead and what we saw there in the first half between these two teams. It's a 3-point lead for South Loop on the road here at Arcadia over Arcadia Loop City, 21-18.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loop City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company. Your community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow offers delicious food in a family-friendly atmosphere. Don't miss daily lunch specials and the Sunday buffet. Open 6 until 4. Need a quick bite? Express breakfast is 6 to 11 Monday to Friday, and express lunch is 11 to 2. On the go? Pick up a ready-to-go casserole for busy nights. For evening cravings, visit Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Open Monday through Saturday from 5 to 10 with specials, appetizers, and snacks. It's all waiting for you on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is proud to support our local student athletes and help bring you the action when you can't be there in person. When it comes to fixing cars, the bearded guys at A1 are kind of like mechanical wizards, just with wrenches instead of magic wands. Trust them. You'd much rather they have a wrench than a magic wand. They'll have your car running smoothly and get you back on the road in no time. Stop by 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold. Call 308-848-2542 or click A1AutoRepairInc.com.
Trotter Fertilizer is happy to help bring you this broadcast of high school sports. They are proud to support the Arcadia Loup City Rebels in all that they do. Trotter Fertilizer provides fertilizer, chemicals, custom application, grain storage, propane, and more to Central Nebraska. Contact them today and they'll start helping you with your operation. Trotter Fertilizer in Arcadia and Loup City, helping bring you this sports broadcast.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Sioux Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loop Bobcats.
Welcome back to Arcadia as we prepare for the second half between Arcadia Loup City and South Loop. I think the thing that stood out to me there in that first half, Brent, was the pace between these two teams. They both seemed pretty comfortable with the pace which was set, which was probably about 80% speed.
Yeah, a lot of athletes on the floor, speed on the floor too, and I think you saw that reflected in the way the game was played in that opening half. I thought both defenses played really hard. You know, I thought the help on defense was really good. Man, Arcadia Loup City, as I watched first half, you can tell they're really concentrating on Dylan Pandorf. I mean, Pandorf hasn't had many touches. He's got one basket, but I think he's only had about 3 or 4 shot attempts. That's where the play of Connor Paulson has come in big for South Loop, because he has went for 11. And then you go to the flip side, Arcadia Loup City, you know, their leading scorer, Eli Jackson, being held in check with the South Loop defense. But that's when someone like Ryan Cashland steps up, knocks down 3 threes in the second quarter to keep you right there. So kind of been fun to see the way maybe some of the others have stepped up to help some of the scoring leaders for the two teams.
Yeah, certainly something that both of these coaches can appreciate at this point in the season is when one player gets game planned against, the other players come in to help out. I think you mentioned the turnovers for these two teams in the first half. Those happen, certainly, but when each team has been able to settle into the half court, they've really looked comfortable in their half court offense, and the result has been some really good-looking quality shots for Arcadia Loup City, more of them from beyond the arc rather than inside. I feel like South Loop's shot-taking variety was kind of all over the floor, and they kind of mixed up their offense quite a bit, working it inside to Wattoon and also the kickouts to Paulson as well.
Yeah, South Loop holding the edge on the glass, and I thought really rebounded strong did the Bobcats. Arcadia Loup City really didn't get many second chance opportunities. We'll see if maybe that can get turned around for them a little bit here in the second half, or if South Loop can continue to be strong on the glass.
We mentioned this off of the air before we started our broadcast. After we got set up, we were kind of reminiscing about the last time we were here in this gym, and Brent and I both agreed that it was when South Loop and Arcadia Loup City met for a girls and boys basketball doubleheader in the 2023-24 season. And in the boys game in particular, it went the distance and then some. Arcadia Loup City ended up winning in overtime 61-53, and that at the time was an upset because I believe South Loup was either top 10 ranked by several publications in the state or was right on the edge of being, and Arcadia Loup City just kind of got hot from beyond the arc here in their home gym. And I think they would like to do that again here tonight.
Yeah, that was a great atmosphere in this place, especially as that game continued to be tight down the stretch, then went to overtime. And like you said, it was kind of an upset at the time, and I know it was an exciting night for these Rebels fans.
The evening that we're talking about, some of those players that were a part of those teams are on the floor right now as the leaders of the Bobcats and the Rebels. The sophomores are now seniors. The freshmen are now juniors, so they remember that game from a couple of years ago, and some of them scored some points in that game, and we might be headed toward another close contest between these two teams in the second half. We'll see how it plays out. South Loup leads it 21-18 here at the half. Second half action coming your way on the other side on KBBN Radio and Sandhills Express Video.
From tune-ups and oil changes all the way to the more serious problems, Grease Automotive in Arcadia can get your vehicle running right. To tame your grass, also see them for grasshopper mowers. In the market for a mower, call Doug at 402-984-4804. Proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Go see Grease Automotive in Arcadia about maintaining or repairing your vehicle or about purchasing your next mower.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season from all of us at Hamilton.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
Welcome back to third quarter action. Eli Jackson pulls for three, left it long. Weak side rebound knocked out of bounds off of Cashlin. It'll go to the Bobcats. 17 seconds into this third quarter. Little three-quarters court pressure shown here from Arcadia Loup City. Wattoon throws it up high to Vickers. Vickers on the left side to Pandorf, out to Paulson. Toes up a three, would not go. Setlick the rebound inside. Cashlin on the far side of the floor. Setlick back to the basket, kicks it out to Cashlin. Another three, too long, bounces high and back down through the net. That's a friendly bounce here on their home floor. And now almost a turnover as we've got a scrum and a jump ball called. Boy, Paulson and Pandorf, I think, knocked heads in the middle of that one. And a couple of tough kids there for the Bobcats. They come away okay. Possession arrow favored the Bobcats. Pandorf with the bounce off to Paulson, lobs it into Wattoon, double team, doesn't care, shoots through it, scores two.
Yeah, great job by Wattoon of getting position down low. Setlick playing with those two fouls, just couldn't contest very strong.
Arcadia Loup City with the basketball back on their half of the floor. Cashlin, another quick trigger, left it short. Wattoon, a nice rebound inside defensively. Paulson just right of center. Pandorf to his left, instead goes right to Vickers. Slapped away by Jackson. Up top to Neth, now left side to Watoon. Inside Pandorf. Tough hook shot. How did he do that? He just spun, shot it with the right hand, and got it to go. Arcadia Loop City back the other direction. Jump pass over to Calaros. Somehow brought it down. Jackson with it left of center. Back to Calaros. Pulls up a three off the side of the rim and out. A defensive board by Vickers, but it's taken away by Arcadia Loop City. Jackson with it right side. Head fake. Drives in. Defense leaves him. He scores 2. Off the backboard. You know how I like a good shot fake. You knew where I was going with that.
Yeah, I knew.
Arcadia Loop City to within 2. And now a foul on the entry pass to Crew Watoon in the lane. Fitzgerald back into the game. Comes in for Brogan Setlick. Paulson on the baseline, gets it into Watoon, but a foul is called as Fitzgerald. No time comes off of the clock, maybe a second or two, as Fitzgerald just checked in and got whistled for the foul. Paulson with it between the rings. Right side to Pandorf, between the legs dribble, back to Paulson. Now over left side, it goes to Vickers, who gives it back. Paulson dribbles it slowly to the right-hand side, drives to the short corner, cut off there by Calaros. Back out to Vickers, scoops it around, and now it's Watoon left side. Vickers on the cut through the lane. Paulson through contact, scores it, and puts South Loop back up by 4. Arcadia Loop City back in the half court, trailing by 4 here in Arcadia. Eli Jackson scoops it over to Fitzgerald. They're trying to get it down inside, but South Loop is covering it well with Neth and Watoon down there. Fitzgerald puts up a 3, missed it. The offensive board from Cashlin tried to put it back real quick, but threw it off the bottom of the rim. South Loop the defensive board and in the front court as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Vickers to Watoon, left of center. To Neth, who pops out. Now Paulson on the right side, goes to the bounce, skips it over to Vickers. 18-footer off the rim and out. Rebound Fitzgerald of Arcadia Loop City. Eli Jackson into the front court, working against Vickers. Off to Cashlin, couple of dribbles, over to Jackson. Tipped, he tracks it down. But now coming away with it is Pandorf. One-on-one, Pandorf, trucks over the top of Cashlin. And a offensive foul is called. And this is where I go into how a charge is technically called a control foul. That's for a reason. Pandorf a little out of control there. Got whistled for the offensive foul.
For Dylan, just his first personal.
Arcadia Loop City ball. Cashlin up the right-hand side of the floor. Skips it over to Fitzgerald. Pulls it down out of the sky. Back over to right side. Now they give it back over left side. Quick passes from Arcadia Loop City, but South Loop gets the turnover. Paulson up the right-hand side to Vickers. Glances inside, back to Paulson. Calaros on him. Paulson over to Watoon left side. Crew, ball above the head. Gives it to Neth. Turned it over. Pass was too high. Neth gives it up to Calaros. Calaros scoops it across the lane into the hands of Trevin Setlick, who's into the game. And he's fouled.
Man, nice job of running the floor by Trevin. I don't know how Calaros got that pass through to Setlick, but Trevin able to get to the rim and now get to the line.
His first. Rattles in there. Pulls the Rebels to within 3 as Tyson Shacker comes back into the game for South Loop. The second for Setlick goes as well, and it's a 2-point game. Paulson with the bounce. Again, Arcadia Loop City kind of three-quarters court, token pressure. Paulson in the front court, drives into the lane. Big contact. No call, but on the putback off of, I guess, what we'll call a miss. Crew Watoon is fouled and will shoot 2. Few dribbles for Watoon. Makes the first. Back into the game for South Loop is the 6'2 senior Caleb Furrow, the lone sub between these two teams. Second shot from Watoon goes, and the lefty goes 2 for 2 that trip. Lead back up to 4 as we approach 3 minutes to go here, third quarter. South Loop with the lead here in Arcadia. Calrose right to left, lost the dribble. Had it tipped on the pass over to Fitzgerald by Paulson, who's always trying to find a way into those passing lanes. Calrose into the front court on the entry pass. Gives it up to Setlick, throws it across to Fitzgerald, pulled it out of the sky. Now they go right side to Cashlin. He's had the hot hand, left this one short. Tracked down his own miss though. A fresh 35 for the Rebels. Calrose uses a screen at the top of the key, cut off on the right side well by Shacker. Gets it out, a drive. The shot in the lane would not go for Dominic Barnes, and the defensive board to the Bobcats. Paulson up the right-hand side. Cashlin called for the blocking foul.
I think that's going to be 3 on Ryan. Setlick already on the bench. Brogan Setlick already on the bench for Arcadia Loop City with 3, and now Cashlin has picked up his 3rd.
Eli Jackson just checked into the game. Crew Watoon on the entry. The baby hook goes from the near post. Not an easy shot, but he made it look easy.
Watoon 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game.
Arcadia Loop City trailing by 6 on their home floor here in Arcadia. Need some scoring here soon. Cashlin left side, one dribble out to Jackson. Toes up a 3, got it to go. Well, ask and you shall receive, says Eli.
And those outside buckets from the perimeter, big for Arcadia Loop City because they're just not getting anything on the inside right now.
Tyson Shacker left side up top to Pandorf. Gets a rare look at an open shot. Would not go. Defensive board Rebels. Shacker tries to get it away from Eli Jackson, who does well to control it. Now they throw it left side to Cashlin. Blocked by Crew Watoon, but a foul going to be called.
I think that's 3 on Crew. It is.
So Cashlin to the line. 5'9" senior makes the first to pull Arcadia Loop City to within 2. Cashlin second. Goes. He'll get a look at one more, and this would tie it up if he makes it. Crew Watoon checks out, by the way. Pandorf comes in. Actually, Pandorf was in there. He just goes down onto the block. Coming in was Hudson Vickers as 3 for 3 that trip for Cashlin. We're tied up at 31 apiece. 1:30 to go here, third quarter. Pandorf ahead to Paulson, skips it over to Vickers, toes up a 3-pointer, left it long, rebound on the floor, bodies on the floor, and a jump ball is called. Two teams that want that basketball. Selling out, getting on the floor, maybe earning a couple of floor burns. Never liked those when I played basketball. Possession arrow favors Arcadia Loop City. Eli Jackson brings it forward into the front court. Goes right side to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald skip pass. With it was Trevin Setlick. Goes right side to Calrose. Cut off there well by Shacker. Rebels get it out of there. Under a minute to go. 15 seconds on the shot clock as Eli Jackson gives it off to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, a couple of dribbles off to Tice Calrose. With the bounce, defense extended. Calrose goes off to Fitzgerald. 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, Eli Jackson. Shot fake, and then a shot from the short corner splashes home. and Arcadia Loup City takes a 2-point lead.
Yeah, great job by Jackson to not settle for the deep three. Dribbled in, made the easier two.
Shacker gets it out to Paulson. Does well to spin away from the defense. They enter it into Pandorf. Goes high, and the hook shot bounces in. We're tied again at 33.
Good defense, better offense. Great finish by Pandorf.
Arcadia Loup City back in the half court. Callarose left to right, working hard against Vickers, being hounded by Paulson from behind. Keeps the ball active, and now a foul is called as a result of Tice Callarose keeping the ball active.
Yeah, South Loop had the double team right there. Had Callarose in some trouble, but the minute you start to reach, that's where you can pick up the foul, and Paulson did.
Eli Jackson missed the shot. Offensive board was pulled down by Dominic Barnes, but he couldn't get the putback. And we head to the fourth quarter, tied at 33 between Arcadia Loup City and South Loop. We'll step away, and we'll bring that fourth quarter to you after you hear this.
The Grocery Cart is proud to bring you this sports broadcast. The case is always full of delicious food you can have right away, or talk to the staff about your upcoming event and they'll make food for you. There's a wide selection of salads, and don't forget Chester's chicken buckets and strips. If the occasion calls for a cake, you can have it decorated how you'd like. Call the GK Deli at 872-2206 or stop by inside the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
Trotter Service on Highway 2 in Broken Bow is your trusted local source for all your auto repair and maintenance needs. From oil changes and tire sales to complete vehicle repairs, their skilled team offers honest, reliable service to keep your car running smoothly and safely. Whether it's routine maintenance or an unexpected repair, Trotter Service is dedicated to getting you back on the road quickly and with confidence. Trotter Service, your hometown automotive repair and tire store.
The buzzer sounds. 8 minutes are going to go up on the clock, and we'll get ready for a fourth quarter where essentially we have a fresh game. We're knotted at 33 apiece. Vickers with it left side, high post to Wattoon, out to Paulson. Paulson glances at the rim, scoops it over to Neth in the short corner, out to Pandorf. Paulson, right side on the kick out, off the front of the rim and out. Jackson, the defensive board, ahead to Callarose. Callarose held up by the Bobcats defense. Jackson kicks it back out to him. Callarose, a three off the front of the rim and out. Vickers, the defensive board, but Jackson takes it away and is fouled. Eli Jackson shows the motor there and took it away and then got fouled by Paulson.
Yeah, I think that's 3 on Connor. It is.
31 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. Arcadia Loup City basketball. Eli Jackson with it left side, dribbles forward to the short corner and makes it look routine from 10 feet out.
Well, Eli Jackson may have been quiet in the first half, but he's quiet no longer.
Tyson Shacker, a three, left it long. Eli Jackson, the defensive board, quickly out to Tice Callarose, racing ahead, cut off well by Wattoon, who runs the floor. Eli Jackson, top of the key, drives inside and is fouled on the drive.
And Wattoon was in the area. If it's Crew, that's number 4.
And it is. Things getting a little interesting foul-wise for the Bobcats. First one goes for Jackson.
Jackson did not score in the first half for Arcadia Loup City. He has 10 in half number 2.
Timeout on the floor. A perfect time to plan your next trip to Dairy Queen and Broken Bow to try a delicious blizzard for the season. Traditional sundaes, cones, and shakes, or hot burgers, chicken strips, fries, cheese curds, and more. Visit them on West Highway 2, Broken Bow. Back after this.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Hi, this is Nate Bell with High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Broken Bow. See us online at hsip.com. See possible.
Need a waterer for your livestock? Miraco models are waiting for you at Aeroseed in Broken Bow. Featuring one-piece body polyethylene construction, no sharp edges, tough durability, foam insulation, easy cleaning features, and a 5-year warranty, Aeroseed has models ranging from 4 to 70 gallons. You don't even need a wrench to access the valve area. Just one of several conveniences you'll learn about when you talk to Aeroseed in Broken Bow about Miraco waterers.
Second free throw of the trip to the line for Eli Jackson out of the Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout. Jackson spins the ball, puts it up, and left it short. Rebound to Vickers of South Loop. Out to Paulson, who brings it into the front court. Connor Paulson gets into the lane, is fouled. See if it's on the floor or if it's a shooting foul. Looks like they're going to go to the baseline.
Foul was on Calrose, his second. First team foul for Arcadia Loop City in the quarter.
Paulson to key it in, tosses it in to Pandorf. Shacker to Vickers. Back to Shacker, left of center. Now Paulson on the left side. One dribble, looks in at Pandorf. Instead, they work it around to Vickers. They really want to get the ball into Dylan Pandorf. Shacker between the rings. Now Vickers and Pandorf on the right-hand side. Interior defense strong again for Arcadia Loop City this trip. Paulson with it left side. 10 on the shot clock. Out to Shacker. Neff, high post look. Vickers. Paulson still not there. Tyson Shacker into Pandorf. Pandorf turns, and the shot clock expires. The ultimate achievement defensively reached by Arcadia Loop City.
Yeah, I think South Loop just kind of lost track of where the shot clock was and just never got a good shot at the basket.
Paulson took the ball away, but Calrose took it right back, goes up the left-hand side and lays it off the board for two. Those two have been battling all night long.
Well, this is a big moment in the game right now for South Loop as they turn it over. Arcadia Loop City, you can feel getting the momentum now.
Paulson, frustrated, was caught in the backcourt, facing the pressure of Arcadia Loop City. Didn't have an outlet pass to make and shuffled the feet. 5:56 to go, fourth quarter. Arcadia Loop City leads it 38-33. Timeout on the floor, brought to you by Dairy Queen of Broken Bow.
In sports and in life, the right game plan makes all the difference. At Nebraska State Bank, they're proud to support the area teams and help the community reach their goals. From your first checking account to your dream home loan, Nebraska State Bank is there to help you play to win. With personal and business banking, home and ag loans, and modern online and mobile banking tools, you're sure to score with Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Arcadia. It is Rebels basketball out of the timeout. They lead it 38-33. As Eli Jackson will bring it into the front court. Stop short of a trap. Paulson comes up, applies pressure as the ball reaches Cashlin. He gives it back to Jackson. Eli, a couple of dribbles, high post look, kicked out to Fitzgerald, goes baseline, lost it out of bounds, and the Bobcats muster a defensive turnover. Pandorf up ahead to Paulson, holds it up back to Pandorf in the backcourt. Got to get it across if you're the Bobcats. Pandorf with the dribble ahead to Paulson just in time. Vickers on the right side. Hounded there by Jackson, gives it up to Paulson. Paulson spins in the lane, shoots it up, missed it, rebound, pulled out of there by the Bobcats. Paulson with it left side, up top to Shacker, now right side Vickers. Vickers down inside to Pandorf, kicks it out. Paulson open three, off the front of the rim and out. Vickers the rebound, he's fouled on the putback attempt. Good, strong rebound inside by Vickers.
Yeah, South Loop, as we've been mentioning through the night, has been strong on the glass. As Jeremy said, strong rebound by Vickers, but the foul was just whistled on Ryan Cashlin of Arcadia Loop City, and he has 4 now.
Shacker back in the corner to Paulson. Missed it. Rebound. Pandorf goes up. missed it short, but is fouled. Dylan Pandorf is having to work his tail off inside against the Rebels.
Foul was on Barnes of Arcadia Loop City, his second.
Pandorf's first goes through.
Man, both teams have just been outstanding from the line tonight. Both teams are 6 for 7 from the line.
Pandorf's second. Missed it. Fight for the rebound inside. Won by Jackson, and he is fouled. Neth was trying to take care of business in there against Jackson, and then Pandorf came in and bumped into him as well and got whistled for the foul as a Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout is taken by Coach Abe and the Rebels. We'll step away as well with 4:55 to go, fourth quarter. Rebels 38, Bobcats 34.
Injured on the field or court? Whether it's a torn ligament, muscle strain, shoulder injury, knee injury, or joint pain, Melham's orthopedic specialists are there to help you recover and return to doing what you love. Melham Medical Center provides treatment plans, surgical, and clinical services. Don't let an injury keep you sidelined this sports season. Contact them today and get back to peak performance. Melham Medical Center hopes you all have a joyous new year. Melham Medical Center, large enough to serve, small enough to care.
Sargent Irrigation may work across the globe, but their heart is firmly planted in central Nebraska. They know it's the people here, hardworking, dedicated, and full of community pride, that make their success possible. That's why they proudly support both high school and Husker sports broadcasts. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in at home, they're helping bring the excitement right to you. Enjoy the game, brought to you in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
4-point game led by Arcadia Loop City here at the 4:55 mark of the fourth quarter. I don't know if there's really one set thing that you key in on in these timeouts, Brent, if you're these two teams. It's just a really even, hard-fought game. Just kind of got to work into your own side of things on your offensive side of the floor.
Yeah, taking care of the basketball will be critical here in these final 5 minutes.
Well, and just as you say that, Arcadia Loop City turns over the ball. South Loop will look to capitalize. Shacker left side into Pandorf. Shoots over a double team, would not go. Arcadia Loop City the rebound. Calaros into the front court. Gives it back out to Setlick. Skips it over to Jackson. Jackson back out to Calaros. Steps into a three. Missed it off the front rim. Rebound to Neth of South Loop. And he threw it away to Jackson. Jackson into the front court. Right under the rim is fouled by Shacker. And that was not so much a bad decision by Neth as it was just a good defensive play by Eli Jackson.
First personal against Shacker, but more importantly, the fourth team foul against South Loop, so Arcadia Loop City is in the bonus the rest of the way.
Jackson misses the front end of the two shots, though. The second for Jackson goes. And it's a 5-point lead for Arcadia Loop City. Paulson dribbles it forward, gives it over to Pandorf. Shoots it into the front court to Shacker, who traveled. And again, a double team from Arcadia Loop City causes the shuffle of the feet. Calaros was in there defensively, as was Ryan Cashlin. We approach 4 to go here in the fourth quarter. 5-point lead for the Rebels. It's Arcadia Loop City basketball. Setlick skips it over to Cashlin. In the corner now, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald tries to get it back out of there. Tipped away momentarily, but controlled by the Rebels. Eli Jackson shoots it over Neff with the left. Scores 2. Paulson ahead to Vickers. Hounded by Jackson. It's knocked out of bounds. Off of the Rebels, it'll stay with the Bobcats, who are having to work extremely hard to find quality shots against this Rebels defense. Shacker takes it over to the left-hand side. Out to Vickers. Right side, Paulson. One dribble, high post look to Watoon, who's back in there with his 4 fouls. Shacker, one dribble, out to Paulson. Little bit of a head fake, drives against Jackson, cut off to Pandorf. Pandorf had his pocket picked by Calaros. Calrose into the front court against Vickers. Bumped, but no foul called. The miss pulled down by Calrose and a timeout taken by the Rebels. Brought to you by the Dairy Queen of Broken Bow with 3:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Keep it here and kind of take this opportunity to talk about the MNAC basketball tournaments that are right around the corners for South Loop. Girls and boys going to be playing in that tournament here very shortly.
Tournament starts for MNAC next week. Boys' first round will be on Monday. Girls' first round will be on Tuesday. And, of course, the semifinals and finals this year will be at Broken Bow High School. They'll be played next Thursday and next Saturday. And we'll have coverage from beginning to end on Central Nebraska's Sports Source next week.
And if you're kind of looking for the particulars on that, Brent put a story up on the sports page of sandhillsexpress.com that details our plans as far as the MNAC goes. But, yeah, we'll have games for you Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then Broken Bow is playing in the Southwest Conference boys and girls tournaments that week as well. And so we'll have coverage of those tournaments for you on our sister station, KCNI, as well. Brent will have the call of those games.
Yeah, we'll get started on Tuesday when the Broken Bow girls go to Minden for the 4-5 matchup in the girls tournament.
Out of the Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout. Setlick with it, had it tipped away. South Loop gets the turnover, and a foul is called. And based on his reaction, I think this is going to go on Brogan Setlick.
Well, I know it's going to be his fourth, but that maybe wasn't a bad foul, because if that foul's not committed, South Loop's got numbers going the other way.
South Loop into the front court, trailing 34-41, and now a timeout taken by South Loop. Coach Cole was not liking what he was seeing out of his offense. Wants to set up a play with this deficit South Loop will try to eat into a little bit.
Well, you look at South Loop in this quarter, Jeremy, they have yet to make a shot from the field. They've got 1 point in this fourth quarter through basically the first 5 minutes. So can they find some offense? Can they design something coming out of the timeout to finally get the ball to go through the hoop? I think they've been very good offensively through the first 3 quarters, but boy, here in this fourth, they just haven't been able to buy a bucket yet.
Well, you consider that South Loop is down by 7, and the defensive job that Arcadia Loop City has done on Dylan Pandorf, and South Loop having to work without Crew Wattoon on the floor for much of this second half with his 4 fouls. You take that all into account, and I think South Loop is kind of fortunate to only be down by 7 in this one, because like you mentioned, as far as scoring the ball, it has not gone the Bobcats' way here in the fourth.
Yeah, and Eli Jackson has got it going for Arcadia Loop City. Their leading scorer coming in did not score in the first half, but he has 13 here in the second half for the Rebels.
Shacker with it, brings it near side, up top to Paulson. 3 was cut off, lost it in the lane, and a whistle and a foul called. And I think they got this one on Cashlin.
Yep, and he's done. That was his 5th.
There's never really an easy way to muster your 5th foul and find your way to the bench, but they're going to have to play without Cashlin here for the final 3 minutes of the game.
Great night for Cashlin. Finishes with 17. 11 of those came in the first half.
Paulson knocks home the first free throw. 6-point deficit now for the Bobcats. Paulson second. It remains a 6-point deficit, but Pandorf the offensive board. Shacker far side to Vickers. Vickers a couple of dribbles, spins, Pandorf high post, cut off, out to Shacker, left side Vickers. Vickers into Wattoon, fouled before he could get a shot up. And South Loop more than happy to get some opportunities at the free throw line with the clock stopped, trying to get back into this one a bit.
And now Brogan Setlick has fouled out of the game as he picks up his 5th.
But between the girls' game and the boys' game, we've seen a lot of fouls here on the floor here in Arcadia tonight. Wattoon can't make the first. Hung above the rim for a while. A second for Crew does not go either. Pandorf, another offensive board. Gives it up to Paulson. Picked off momentarily by Eli Jackson. They do call it off of the hand of Tyson Shacker, though. So Arcadia Loop City basketball. Jackson with the bounce against Pandorf and Paulson. Lost the dribble, gives it over, and now gets it back into the front court. Jackson to Calrose. Down inside, open there was Dominic Barnes. Mishandled it, but recontrolled it and scored it off the glass.
Yeah, great job by Barnes to stay with it. As you said, bobbled it, secured it, and scored for his first basket of the game.
And now Shacker threw it over the head of Vickers into the front court, and another Bobcats turnover as the Rebels, despite losing 2 players to fouls, continue to play strong defense no matter what the lineup is out there. Jackson with it right side. Gives it off to Barnes. Barnes drives baseline, goes glass again, misses it. Crew with Tune, a big defensive board. Down by 8 are the Bobcats. Need some scoring to go, but you gotta get a shot up to get scores. Free throw line, jumper from Wattoon goes, much needed for the Bobcats.
And that is the first field goal of the quarter for South Loop.
Fitzgerald ahead to Jackson, 3-on-3. And the Rebels do the right thing and pull it out. Jackson reapplies the pressure, scoops it around to Barnes, goes glass, missed it. Wattoon, the defensive board, lost the ball, taken away by Calrose. Back into the front court, Tice holds it up. And a timeout taken by Coach Abe. 1:13 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 6-point lead for Arcadia Loop City. A Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor.
Is your home feeling like the Arctic or the Sierra? Taylor Heating and Cooling in Broken Bow has you covered. From furnace fixes to AC installs, ductwork remodels, and ventilation solutions, their skilled team keeps your comfort just right. No wrestling with the thermostat required. Don't let the weather boss you around. Call 308-872-6196 and let Taylor Heating and Cooling take control of your indoor climate today.
1:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. We've really had a back and forth game, but as of late, it's just kind of been Arcadia Loop City playing with this single-digit lead for much of the fourth quarter and the back half of the third quarter.
Yeah, South Loop held to just 4 points in this fourth quarter. Arcadia Loop City has outscored them 10-4. Remember, this game was tied going into the fourth.
That's the difference. As we have 1:13 to play out here, it'll be Arcadia Loop City basketball out of the timeout. Bobcats need steals and scores. Normally I'd say stops and scores, but I don't know if they can play just full possessions for that long. Paulson trying to pick the ball off the Fitzgerald left side. Calrose just right of center, Shacker on him. Calrose a couple of dribbles, hands it off to Eli Jackson, gets to the hoop and scores two. The last thing that the Bobcats needed, and now Wattoon throws it away to Jackson. Eli Jackson going to be fouled by Pandorf.
Yeah, no choice now for South Loop, have to foul. And boy, again, what a big half for Eli Jackson. He's just kind of taken things over after being held scoreless in the first half.
Under 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Bobcats down by 8. Jackson makes it 9. Largest lead by Arcadia Loop City, I believe.
Yes.
And now it's 10. That certainly is the largest lead as Arcadia Loop City goes up by double digits. Paulson into the front court, cut off by a double team, tries to throw out of it, but a timeout taken by Coach Cole first. Dairy Queen of Broken Bow timeout on the floor. South Loop going to try to draw something up, trailing 37-47. We'll keep it here. Well, we've still got more sports. We've been kind of previewing MNAC tournament going on next week in addition to the Southwest Conference tournament. But we've got some sports coming up later on this week. How about the Husker men's basketball team, huh, Brent?
Yeah, how about them?
I don't know about you, but I 100% saw this coming.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
I don't think there's a single person in the
Nobody
world
saw this
that
coming.
saw this coming. They have equaled the highest AP top 25 ranking they have ever had. They are ranked 7th, according to the poll that came out on Monday. And they've got a couple of opponents that they hope to get some wins against this week. We'll have them on KBB on Wednesday against Washington, and then they're going to have to go on the road and play something about Minnesota. I don't know, in football and in basketball, something about the Golden Gophers just strikes me wrong. I don't want to make something out of nothing here. Nebraska's a very good team, but man, playing on the road in the Big Ten in any sport is so hard.
Yeah, it'd be tough. Have to protect your home court tomorrow night, though.
Now, don't get ahead of yourself for sure. South Loop got away with an over and back, but taking it away anyways, Arcadia Loop City wiped off the backboard. The layup from Calrose and a timeout taken by Arcadia Loop City as they were able to grab possession.
I didn't see it. Was that Wattoon?
That was Wattoon. It went up, and Calrose was flying up the floor with his speed. Wattoon was back there, and yeah, he wiped it off the glass. Crew for a big guy. Boy, he uses those long strides to get back on defense and make his presence felt more often than not.
Well, we'll remind you that we have more high school basketball coming up on Thursday. We'll have South Loop again when they take on Ansley Litchfield, Jeremy, and Larry. And Jack will be there for radio and video on Thursday night. Radio will be here on KBBN. And then I'll travel to Gothenburg. We'll have Broken Bow basketball for you over on KCNI Radio as the Indians take on the Swedes in their annual Southwest Conference regular season matchup. Girls game will start at 6. Boys game will follow. So all of us are going to be busy coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, and this is kind of the home stretch of the winter sports schedule as the next few weeks are going to be go, go, go. So make sure you keep your eye on the sports page of sandhillsexpress.com and that station calendar page. Calrose is fouled by Shacker.
Be second personal foul on Tyson, and that'll send Calrose to the line to shoot 2.
The first for Calrose goes through. We'll make it an 11-point lead with 24.7 to go. Arcadia Loop City looking like they are going to eclipse the 500 mark and improve to 7-6, while South Loop will fall to 4-9. Barring some kind of crazy happenings here in the final 25 as Calrose misses the second. All the subs out there for South Loop. We'll call out some names as they work into the half court. With it on the near side is Elijah Cool. Ball above the head. Gives it up top to Jet Morgan. Morgan to the far side. Threw it away to Eli Jackson, who controls the ball. And time will expire on this one. A 48-37 victory goes the way of Arcadia Loop City. Again, they improved to 7-6. South Loop falls to 4-9. Earlier on this evening, if you didn't catch it, Arcadia Loop City got the victory in the girls' game as well. We'll take one final short break, and when we come back, Brent will have a look at your final numbers from the boys' game here on KBBN Radio and Sandhills Express Video.
We are here for you, no matter where it works best to meet. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. We may have closed our Broken Bow office, but that doesn't mean Lori and I aren't ready to hit the road to meet where it's most convenient for you. Whether that's your home, conference rooms, coffee shops, or a picnic table in the park, we'll bring our competitive, trusted coverage to you. You can also come by our Callaway office Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. until 5, or Fridays, 7:30 a.m. till noon, or call 836-2201 and let's talk so we can go to work for you at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
Great athletes play with grit, heart, and integrity. At Palmer Monument in Broken Bow, those same qualities guide everything they do. Just as athletes push through the challenges to reach victory, Palmer Monument's team works with dedication to design meaningful, lasting memorials for your loved ones. Crafted with pride and built to stand the test of time. They're committed to honoring every life with care and respect. Palmer Monument, designed with pride, sold with integrity, and always giving their very best, just like the athletes.
After the final whistle blows, the hard work doesn't stop, and neither does Agland ATV. Supplying top quality ATVs, UTVs, parts, and accessories, Agland ATV in Broken Bow supports local athletes and families who know the value of dedication, both in and out of competition. Whether it's trail riding or farm work, Polaris machines help you power through every challenge with strength and endurance. Best of luck to all the athletes from Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Rod's Body and Paint on the curve west of Broken Bow, offering reliable auto body repair and paint services that you can count on. From ding removals to complete collision restoration and color-accurate paint jobs, their team delivers with affordable prices, free estimates, and the skill you're seeking. Customer satisfaction is their goal every single time. Get your vehicle looking its best. Call Rod's Body and Paint at 308-872-5346 today.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See Brent Custer in Broken Bow and find out why so many of their clients would recommend shelter.
Broken Bow Dental is proud to cheer on the area student athletes. At their location on Highway 2 in Broken Bow, their state-of-the-art clinic blends cutting-edge dental care with a warm, personalized approach. Because a confident smile supports success in and out of the game. From routine family dentistry to emergency treatment, they have you covered. Call 308-767-2002 to schedule an appointment at Broken Bow Dental. Be brilliant. Be bold.
Central Nebraska Diesel and Renke would like to take this moment to extend their thanks and appreciation to our brave men and women who serve our country through our armed forces. This gratitude also extends to our armed forces veterans for your sacrifice. The freedoms we enjoy today and the bright future we see tomorrow are due to your selfless service, and for this we offer our humble and sincere thanks. For all your mechanized irrigation needs, count on the professionals at Central Nebraska Diesel, who sell, install, and service a full line of reliable Renke systems. Stop in today to see how Central Nebraska Diesel and Renke can help get the most out of your irrigation water. Welcome back one last time to the gym at Arcadia High School. Your final score, 48-37 in the boys' game. A victory for the Rebels of Arcadia Loup City. Brent's got the look at the final numbers.
All right, Jeremy, we'll look at the numbers for Arcadia Loup City here first. Again, they win at 48-37. Difference was fourth quarter. I mean, this game was tied 33-all going into the fourth, but Arcadia Loup City holds South Loup to just 4 total points in the fourth quarter. South Loup only able to make one shot from the field in that final 8 minutes. So as we take a look at the final individual numbers, leading the way for Arcadia Loup City, Eli Jackson and Ryan Cashlin, both finishing with a game-high 17 points. For Jackson, he was held scoreless in the first half, but then scored 17 in the second half to lead Arcadia Loup City. Ryan Cashlin, he scored 11 of his 17 in the first half. Rest of the scoring for the Rebels, Tice Calrose with 7 points. Brogan Setlick knocks down a 3. He finishes with 3. And then with 2 points each, Dominic Barnes and Trevin Setlick for Arcadia Loup City. Meanwhile, for South Loup, they were led tonight by Connor Paulson, who had a team-high 14 points. Also finishing in double figures for the Bobcats was Crew Wattoon with 12. Rest of the scoring for South Loup tonight, Dylan Pandor finished with 7. Hudson Vickers with 2 points. Malachi Neth scored 2 for the Bobcats. Again, your final score, Arcadia Loup City wins it 48-37.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. And Arcadia Loup City goes 2-0 in this girls and boys basketball doubleheader tonight on KBBN Radio and St. Hills Express Video. Well, toward the tail end of that boys broadcast, we kind of let you know about what was going on the rest of this week, so no need to rehash that. But If you want to know where we're going to be, the station calendar page of sandhillsexpress.com and the sports page of Sand Hills Express are the places to go. And, of course, watch out for MNAC and Southwest Conference tournament action coming up next week as well. Plenty of Husker men's basketball and women's basketball to get to yet this winter sports season. And we've got wrestling coverage coming your direction as we work our way into the late moments of the season as well. As we approach the 9:30 mark here in Arcadia, we want to again thank you for joining us from the home of the Rebels in Arcadia. For Jack Simpson behind the camera, for Brent Apperson, I'm Jeremy Scheib, wishing you a great rest of your night, and thank you so much for tuning in to Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Thank you for listening to our coverage of high school sports. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Also, a special word of thanks goes out to our sponsors who make our coverage possible. You too can thank those businesses by allowing them to be a service to you. Join us again next time for our continuing coverage of high school sports. In the meantime, read more on SandhillsExpress.com from Central Nebraska's Sports Source. Bigger playlists, bigger music variety.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean. And Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks